Hey everybody, we're back for another episode of Crit and Fumble, and we are doing session 2 of Pirates of the Lost Fleet.
Pirates of the Lost Fleet.
Hey, Gavin, remember the name? That's exciting. Gavin never remembers the name.
Hey, I studied this time. It's on my sheet.
Yeah, I'm here with Gavin, Russ, Dwayne, and Tash.
Hey, friends.
And we're gonna get into a review and then straight into the campaign after music. But first, we want to do an ad read. Who was reading that?
I think it was Dwayne.
Was it Dwayne?
It's sushi.
Oh, there's deer in the headlights over here.
I have Pirates of the Lost primer.
That was the primer.
A
That's not your
3,000
ad
word
read.
essay.
Quickly.
But like faster?
Dwayne's doing an 11-minute ad.
Hang on. Okay. What do we got here? Okay. So this is for. Hang on.
Get
I'm gonna
those
put on
glasses on.
It's the one highlighted
Let's see.
in red.
He's
It's the
got his
one
glasses
highlighted
on.
in red,
Oh,
and it
God.
says, "Okay,
Wait a sec.
So wait,
Tash
Okay,
gotta start the
okay.
video.
I can do this. Okay, it
Level
says
6.
Do it.
Pirate V1 November 14th. Is that us?
That's
That's us.
Okay.
Yeah, check.
Do I do this in a pirate voice?
It's
If you
your
wanna.
choice.
Okay. Ho, hey, scurvy dogs. Are your raggin' looking more cursed than charmin'? Oh, that's rags. It's rags. Then hoist your sails to... Oh, hang on a sec here. No, it's OUFF screen printing studio in Nanaimo. Stashed above the vault cafe. Oh, okay, yeah, I know that's right across the street there. The treasure trove where art and quality meet the likes o' legend, with nearly 20 years of crafting, printing fine as Spanish gold. Sorry, UFF will take your version and turn them into high season master. What? Oh, masterpieces. Be your rowdy artist, a swashbuckling band, or a brand seeking plunder worthy gear. UFF got your back. So why be settling for landlubbers trends?
You went like gangsta halfway through. Why you settling, bitch?
It says chart a course to UFFscreenprinting.com and let your ideas set sail with UFF.
Aye.
Booyah!
That was beautiful.
I'm
was
so
something.
sorry.
And check out our social media for examples
other
of those
version of
amazing, and for examples of the amazing shirts that we got from
And
them.
if
They
Yeah,
were
that
amazing. They did an amazing job.
They did.
Absolutely
Dwayne's wearing one
beautiful.
right now.
Yeah,
Yes.
It's a better advert than the read.
yeah.
Well, no, hang on a sec here. It says here that there's screen printing, and I didn't know what that was. I was just
sure?
like, they sell screens, right? Or they make screens, and I was just like, there's flat screens or rear projection screens, but not different screens. But like they screen through the shirt and then put stuff on the front of the shirt and do posters and stuff like that.
Close enough.
Is that okay? All right.
It's a new technology they've pretty much pioneered, yeah.
Okay.
You got this.
Screen.
UFF.
UFF.
All right.
Thank you,
Well,
UFF.
well done.
Thank you.
Thanks for the shirts.
And if
Nailed
anybody
it.
else listening would like Dwayne specifically to read your ads, please hit us up at readbydwayne@critandfumble.com.
And guess what?
Actually,
This is
we need to
going to
make
be
that
the
email.
last one I have to read.
I think we're
Oh,
getting
wow.
lots.
Okay, cool.
We can just speed that up and post. It'll be
yeah,
fine.
exactly. It'll be fine. It's good. We'll just
I'm just going to put reverb on it so it sounds like it's in a really big room.
amazing. Cool. And then do we want to just go into music then, and then we'll
Oh,
head
the
straight
intro?
in?
Yeah.
Oh, did you want me
doing
to
the
introduce my character?
No, it's good. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's unnecessary.
Can you do it 10% quicker?
Maybe.
We can try, but
I don't want to
after
stress him.
It's the reading part that really gets me.
Adventurers, grab your weapons. But first, kiss your kin. The wilds call, a timeless brawl. Now we roll for initiative. Good and evil fighting for the win. Crit and fumble, critical hit or just a fucking fumble. Cast thine eye on the
Dun, dun.
Dum, dum.
Yeah. We're good. We're good.
Okay.
So
Oh,
good.
yeah.
There we go. Back to crit and fumble.
Yeah,
That's
nipples.
right. Less
We
fouls,
definitely didn't have
more
any
crit.
technical
Cool.
difficulties right there.
None
No,
at
sure
all.
didn't.
We
Well,
seamlessly went from the
Pretty
intro
sure I'm
to
older
this.
now.
Yeah,
Seamlessly, that
absolutely.
advertising advert by Dwayne.
Yeah, that ad read
very
didn't
good.
break the system.
I broke it.
Wait,
Yeah.
can you eat rhubarb if you're allergic to celery?
Yeah. Why not?
I don't know. They seem similar, like they're cousins or something.
Yeah, they're
They
cousins.
seem similar, but they're not similar. I can't eat other celeriacs, so I can't have Why are we talking about my allergies?
Someone said celery.
I
or
said
someone
rhubarb
Rhubarb.
And I like
Rhubarb.
rhubarb.
And you can only
Yeah.
eat certain parts of rhubarb, right? Because some of it's poisonous.
Yeah,
I
don't
made you
eat-
guys a rhubarb crumble.
Don't eat the bulb.
stick part.
Poisonous kind of?
Don't eat the leaves.
This is not
Leaves,
our
maybe.
podcast, though. We're not. This is not
No,
Chelsea's
change.
allergy
This
corner.
is the baking. This is the baking.
Bacon corner.
That's
Cool.
that's the tales from the table. So Chelsea, tell us about
called-
your allergies.
No,
tarts
just celery. But every time, like, as a plus size lady, every time I get my good food box and I pull out the celery, you can just tell the people there are like, sure, you're allergic. Just don't like green things. No. Anyway, so when last we left off, you had the crew of the Scurvy Lady, you all, had been given a mission by Corona of the Corona of the chapter of Archives, who Darvin threatened to push out of a window super subtly, to essentially head to Sargasso, where your crew has some connections. To gather information on a weapon called the Heart of the Tides. A weapon, something that was believed to maybe be able to be used as a weapon to perhaps change the fates of the Endless Isles. And you had just arrived in Sargasso, and that is where I think we will pick up. However, beforehand, I wanted to, something I forgot to talk about, as you were traveling, supposed to be a 4-day trip, you'd chosen to go a sort of a bit of a back route to avoid the Iron Quill fleet. And something I forgot to mention is, Gavin, can I please get you to roll a d4?
What? Why?
Yeah.
Just rewind.
I gotta roll a d4 for this is Mawrow or for Gavin?
This is for Mawrow.
Yeah, here we go. 4.
4. Wonderful. On the third day, as you were starting to approach Sargasso, you noticed a difference in the way that the waves lapped against the sides of the ship. You mentioned that you had spent a lot of your time nestled into your quarters, reviewing contacts and trying to figure out where you would start when you arrived in Sargasso. But you noticed that the ocean seems to be lapping against those quarters in a way that is almost summoning.
Interesting.
This is something that you have noticed before, and you feel a draw to go to the top of the ship. Do you follow that?
I imagine Mawrow, if he's been in this situation before, he's got like his quill out, he's writing on his map. He's got like, what are those little like stick metal things that you use to measure on maps?
Compass?
Divider.
No.
Like they're called like they're.
Is
type
that
of
literally a compass?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, they're called a compass.
Okay. I thought it was like a stick thing. Anyways, he's like measuring that out, and he sees what round thing would be on his table that would slide around. Let's just say it's like some bauble or something. He keeps it like a bowl, and it like usually moves in one way, but now it's starting to like move and roll in the other way, and he just like his quill like pauses, and he looks over at it, and he's like, puts his quill down into its little holder. Slowly steps from his table and walks out onto the upper deck to speak with Sarah.
Wonderful. You arrive up top where Sarah is at the helm, and as you arrive there, you sort of come up the top of the stairs, and I imagine you're about to say something to her when you notice what almost looks like a small stream of water above her, like behind her, sort of move in a way that is not natural. This is something you have seen before.
I walk up to Sarah and I'm like, Sarah, I'm going to I'm going to need your help in my quarters, if you wouldn't mind. Just a bit of map question. If you wouldn't mind popping down there and having a look, I'll take the wheel for a minute if you don't mind. It's of importance. If you could go now, I would appreciate it.
Aye, Captain. Am I looking for anything in particular, or?
Oh, just one of the map routes I've mapped out. I've measuring it. I just want to make sure it's accurate in part of a trip I have planned for us at a distance.
Oh, of course. Aye, Captain.
Thank you.
And she looks a little befuddled, but is a good soldier and heads that way.
I set our course correctly, and is there like a wheel lock on ships, Tash? Is that a thing? Like where you can like lock this?
Sure.
Sure. Okay. I don't know. Like you want the ship to go the straight direction.
You tie your belt around it and hold it still, whatever.
Fire a
think
broom
that's-
handle through
Engage
it.
autopilot.
No, I think
Yeah.
there's like a piece of wood that comes in sideways and stops it from moving.
Yeah, it could keep the rudder straight. This got to be a thing. Okay,
Sure.
I activate Tesla
Autopilot.
mode, cruise control, and I walk over to the edge of the boat where I see the stream of water.
Yeah, and you look down below and you notice that the water's unlike the water around the rest of the ship, it's not lapping, it's sort of swirling and sinking and moving around as if something below is manipulating it. And you don't hear a voice, but you feel a presence.
Interesting. Is this normally how he interacts when he feels this
This feeling.
this feeling, or is this like different than it has been before?
It is not something you've seen a lot. This is definitely sort of attention-seeking behavior.
Okay.
And perhaps as a reminder that it's been a while since you've purposefully communed with the
Right.
sea. But it is certainly not a behavior you're unfamiliar with.
Okay. He reaches into his pocket and gets a carving that he's been working on, just a small little like doll carving. It's a young girl, and he puts it on the edge of the on the deck on the rail, and says, "It's been a while, I know, and I apologize. We've been at land dealing with requests. I understand you probably have a request of your own. How can I be of service?"
And that small stream of water picks up and scoops the carving off the back of the ship. And there's a moment of hesitation before a small wave comes up and drops something at your feet.
Interesting. I look down.
What you see is it almost looks like a very decorative bracelet. However, on the inner wrist there is it's quite thick. And there's carving in it. The carving depicts lightning, and it has some blue gems around the base as if to sort of depict water. And on the inner wrist there is a clasp and what appears to be a small chain. In a lot of ways, this looks like a shackle.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
And as you look down at the water below, it is eased into the normal movement of the ocean.
Do I get a sense on, like, am I supposed to be wearing this? Or, like, can I do some sort of, like...
Insight?
Insight?
Sure,
or,
yeah.
Yeah, okay. Roll in. 8 plus insight is probably not great. Let's call it, like, 11, probably. Where's my insight? Plus 2, 10.
Yeah, so as you have felt many times in the past, you're a little confused by the motive here. You're a little uncertain by what the goal was behind this, and uncertain whether this was a message or a gift, or something more.
I grab it. I don't don the shackles or the bracelet, but I look around for Eldric.
Yeah.
Is he on these decks? Like, would I be able to find him easily?
Eldric, this is the third day, and you are approaching. You can see Sargasso. You're approaching a day ahead of schedule. Where do you feel like you would be?
I think Eldric would be up on deck, kind of, especially if they're sort of like at the outside edge of the harbor, starting to come in, or what? How far away are we?
Yeah, so you're on that sort of below, sort of to the right and below where that lighthouse is on the map. And you're just starting to enter the bay. So you're up on deck?
Yeah, he'd be up on deck, kind of making sure that everyone's got everything ready and we know what side we're going to be coming to when we get to the docks and all that sort of stuff.
Wonderful. And roll me a nature check, please.
Nature, not nurture. That's a +0 on my 2.
Fantastic. Nothing.
Never
to
been on a boat
notice.
before.
What is nature? Yeah. So he is up on deck.
Okay, I would quickly approach Eldric and say, Eldric, words.
Yes, Captain.
Let's head up onto the back deck there.
Oh, it's a private talk.
A private talk, if you don't mind.
We
head up onto the back deck, and I open my palm and show him the shackle. You know my background, my agreement with the ocean.
Eh?
It would seem it has a new request, not one I understand just yet, and he's holding it out. I'm not sure what to make of this yet. Do you recognize any of these markings?
So you don't get like any sort of instructions or anything? You just get this little trinket and have to figure out what it wants?
It tends to give me insight when it's needed, but ultimately, no, it's up to me.
Well then, I mean, it looks to me like a shackle.
Yeah.
Does that
something to do
mean-
with a prison?
Have you ever been
Jail.
arrested before? Okay, never
No,
mind
no,
that
I
question.
haven't. Have you been arrested?
Definitely
before?
not.
Yes, exactly.
Definitely
None of
not
us have ever been
Together
arrested.
or separately. We're not allowed to talk still.
Let's
about that one.
for now, let's just keep this between the two of us, if you don't mind. I don't want to spook the
Right
crew,
then.
especially with what's going on with this new request.
Well, I'm not a lover of secrets, but we've all got them.
I think we can
So,
present it as a challenge for us to overcome when we are more knowledgeable on what the request is. Until then, between the two of us.
That sounds fair.
Right. I'm going to head back below decks. Looks like we're almost at docks.
Any guidance for once we land?
I would say the first thing we need to look for is this young boy, this Archie. What was her name? Tama or something.
Tana?
Tana suggested we speak with an Archie.
That's all we really got to go on, I think, eh?
Other than our other connections from here with the taverns and the back streets, but I don't know an Archie unless you do.
Okay, well, I'll just get us to the docks, and then we'll figure out a plan. I guess we'll want to head a few of us into town and start digging around.
Agreed. And he spins around and heads below deck.
Fantastic.
I think what he's going to do is he's not going to keep this on him just for the time being. He does normally carry these baubles with him, or these trinkets, but he's going to lock it in his desk. I imagine he carries like a chain with a lock around his neck, tucks it into his tunic, pulls it out, locks it in, and tucks it into his tunic. And
Wonderful.
Leaves it for now.
As you do, you hear an interesting sort of slap of the waves against the window behind you before the ocean returns to normal.
Interesting.
Yeah.
He pauses, thinking about what he just said to Eldric about like it'll usually guide him if he's needs insight. Unlocks the drawer, takes it back out, and puts it in his pocket.
Subtle.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Okay. So as you are entering the bay, Sargasso is perched in a large cove and is a town that walks the fine line between chaos and control. Its harbor, though bustling with activity, exudes an air of barely contained mischief. Ships with patched sails and figureheads shaped like sea monsters rest beside sleeker vessels adorned with gold trim. The docks are weathered but orderly, watched over by enforcers loyal to the town's ruling council, the Inner Circle. The cobbled streets of Sargasso twist and turn, seeming almost designed to confound outsiders. Here, the buildings are an eclectic mix of sturdy stone and stone structures and ramshackle wooden shanties. Faded paint peels from walls, but colorful banners and lanterns bring a touch of vibrancy as if the town wants to flaunt its scrappy charm. At the heart of the town lies the Scarlet Marina Plaza, a lively marketplace where hawkers peddle exotic goods, some clearly smuggled, others likely pilfered. Sharp-eyed merchants negotiate fiercely while cut purses lurk in the shadows, careful not to push their luck too far into the watchful gaze of the harbor wardens, a private militia who enforce the council's rule. The taverns of Sargasso are a sight but to behold. At the infamous Salted Kraken, deals are made over mugs of spiced rum, and sea shanties drown out whispered plots. Hidden upstairs lounges, accessible only to those in the know, cater to the town's elite. Privateers, influential smugglers, and the occasional merchant captain who values discretion. Yet, for all its rough edges, Sargasso has its sanctuaries. In the high water district where the inner circle's members reside, the streets are cleaner, the buildings grander, and the gardens surprisingly lush. Here, the town's powers that be gather in the gilded halls to ensure that, while a controlled chaos reigns in the lower quarters, their dominion remains unchallenged. Beneath the surface, Sargasso is a careful balance of lawlessness and order, a haven for rogues, but only so long as they know their place. As you pull in to the docks, I've marked it on the map with the yellow marker there. Your ship is one of the larger ones in port right now, and so you are positioned at the end. And you see a lot of the similar activity as you did in Saya. However, there's no one there to greet you, no one there to check your wares and check your cargo. But you do notice a fairly heavily armed wardens patrolling the docks, as well as the many lookouts you saw upon your arrival, both at the lighthouse as well as along the outer walls. From your last visit here, though very brief since you were just picking up a deckhand and a little bit of some supplies, you do know that in the about a couple months ago there was an attack here on Sargasso by the Iron Quill fleet, and the no longer smoldering but now wrecked warehouses on the far left side, marked by the blue markers against the cliffs there. They've been kind of cordoned off, but there's not very much left. So while the town is very clearly on guard, they've taken a different approach than Saya has.
Okay, so we've docked then, I guess. Maybe, I don't know. What do you guys say we typically do here? Like, we round up the crew, we all meet on deck. Like, I don't really know proper ship etiquette in that regard. Like, do we offload everything, or like we're just here on business? Like,
we're
we don't
to
have
talk to somebody, really. Like, that's the only.
Just tie it up.
Yeah, I would think we'd want to take a small party to town and leave.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. I'll speak with Eldric then and be like, good docking. It is, Sarah does a damn good job. She's the driver, right?
Yeah, she's the helms person.
Helmsperson.
Navigator.
Driver. Yeah, navigator. Thank you. Shall we get Sue and not Dwayne. Darvin.
Yeah. Round up the usual landing crew.
Well, as close as we are with the other crew, it's not quite the relationship we have with the four of us. I think it's probably best keeping it a little closer to the chest this time.
It does kind of bring up a little thought I've been having there a bit. When we were just getting ready to leave, the medic girl, Lyria? That's her name, right?
Yep.
She was a little odd, eh? Did you catch that?
There was something going on with her. I had a quick chat with Sue about it, but I think he's got it under wraps. We'll keep an eye on it.
Yeah, so I don't know if we want to... Yeah, I guess just the four of us will go in and have a quick look-see. If we need to come back and beef up our team a bit, then do that, but...
Are you saying you want to bring her?
No, not saying that. I don't think she should leave the ship. Unless she needs to.
I don't think she should leave the ship. Well, let's go and speak with Darvin and Sue about this. He might have his own insights. I guess we'll head below deck, or either call you guys up deck. I don't know.
I think if we're just docking, everyone's probably
out and about.
Up on deck,
okay.
and all hands on deck,
I've
so to
started
speak.
come up.
Especially the bosun. He'll be up there
Yeah.
hustling.
Sue,
Checking everything out.
Sue, what say you about... what was her name? Lyria?
Lyria.
Yeah.
Lyria, have you had much time to think about our incident?
Well, I had 3 days to kind of sort things out as we were traveling, and I don't know. Like, I think we just keep an eye on her and just, like, if it starts to be a problem, right? Her lateness is a problem. Like, coming back on time, that would have been, you know.
That's the first time, though, isn't it? Is it a first time? Just out of metagame there?
Yeah, that was
Sort of like out of character?
Lyria is she's been on board a couple of years at this point. Often loses track of time, spends a lot of time in her quarters preparing health potions for you, stuff like that. Speaking of which, if you'd like to mark off 50 gold, she will have a regular health potion for you. She can create one every second day at sea.
I would like that.
She often loses track of time. She's very studious, very, very focused. However, typically when her head is out of the books, she's pretty reliable.
Bit out of character. Definitely something to keep an eye on. So if it happens again, I think we all just keep an eye on it and bring it up.
But like always, the thing for me is just that, being honest with us. Like, if something's up, if she needs some help for something, then we can be there and we can be the support. That's what we're supposed to do for each other. But if she's not telling us what's happening, then that's the problem. It's not showing up late. That's not a big deal. I mean, it is, but...
Well, I mean, if we had to take off, then she'd get left behind.
Well, so be it.
Well, I'm just saying, but then we don't have a healer on the ship, right?
Yeah.
That's almost as bad as leaving without the cook.
Almost.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's just my thoughts.
So we're here to figure out some intel on whatever the Iron Quills are using. The only name we really got was Archie, this young boy. Does any of you have any other ideas? The only thing I can think of is maybe go to a schoolyard and ask some teachers about an Archie, or at least go to a...
I don't know about that. I don't know. Good idea.
Where do they keep kids that don't have homes?
Like at the... what do they call that?
At this point, I'm
The
walking
street?
by like an orphanage captain.
Oh, orphanage, Darvin.
Orphanage.
Perfect time
That's
as
what I
usual,
meant,
thank
yeah.
you. Yes, orphanage.
Orphanage.
Yeah, what are you guys talking about?
Oh, we're just trying to figure out how to find that Archie fella that
right,
Tanner
right,
was talking
yeah.
about.
Yeah, just start asking around, I guess.
Now,
How many kids could there be in a city like this size?
Yeah. How old's Archie?
Like a lot? I don't think we
She
know.
just said a kid.
Oh,
I
fuck.
don't even think we know what color his hair is.
Right.
Or if it's a he.
Sounds red.
Sounds red.
Sounds red.
Yeah. Fucking gingers.
Oh,
wait a sec. Hey.
Wonderful. And as you're preparing to disembark, you hear a very friendly whistle from a little higher up than you're used to. Darvin, are you looking around?
Fuck's sake. What do you want?
And she's actually not especially near to you. However, is very quickly scaling the ropes to head up the mast.
Now, what you doing?
Oh, I just thought I just want to get a good view of the city, and I thought the best place would be probably right from the top.
Right, but didn't you spend some time here?
I mean, yeah, but I've never seen it from the top.
Oh, God. Captain, should we bring her along? Just, she might know the area a little bit.
Please.
She might
Actually-
know. She might know an Archie.
If anything, if we're going to send someone to a children's house, what was it called again,
Orphanage.
Darvin? Orphanage.
Yeah.
If we're going to send someone in, we should probably send her.
Yeah, I agree, Captain.
Are we looking for an Archie at a children's orphanage?
Do you
Possibly.
know
We're not
one?
sure.
No. But I came from there, and there wasn't one there.
Right.
Well,
If that helps.
that is actually helpful, yes. Now we
Yeah.
know not to go to the orphanage.
Well, I think Thal should come with us regardless. Maybe she knows.
Oh my
how-
gosh, this is my best day ever!
Oh, God, shut up. Maybe she can just, I don't know, talk to kids better than, well, look at us.
Yeah, fair.
I think you're pretty good at talking to kids, Mr.
Shut
Darvin.
up. Shut.
Oh,
Just please,
okay.
quiet. Let me think. You're in my head constantly. It's killing me. Thank you.
It's nice you think about me.
Oh, God. I walk off I just need to go and punch something.
All right, Thal.
Yep.
Just follow us. Try not to cause Darvin more pain than is necessary, please.
I try not to.
That's all we can ask. We're here looking for Archie among other people who may have information that we seek. Let's start with Archie.
Okay. You're looking for we're looking for a little boy?
A little boy. Well, she didn't say boy. She said kid named
Kid.
Archie.
Okay, Archie. Okay. Archibalda. Yeah, it could be a girl. I guess. Yeah. Okay, let's go look.
Well, before we get too far down the road, I have this big, it's kind of like a big clay pot full of my chowder that I made. And I want to drop it off at a pub or like the tavern.
Like the salted Kraken?
Yeah, let's go there and we'll just drop it off and
Well, okay, if we have spares, maybe that's something we can sweeten a bit of intel from the kitchen, or at least the owner.
Well, no, it's not a spare. It's just like I actually specifically made it for the tavern.
Why are you using our supplies to make stuff for taverns when we're at sea?
Well, we're gonna get paid for my recipes.
Did they say that last time?
Nah,
we were
we'll
here?
figure it out when we get there.
Oh my
Trust
God.
me, man. It's all good. It's all good. Trust me.
Last
Trust
time we
me.
did this, we got kicked out.
No, we didn't. We didn't.
Well, it wasn't
They
the salted
loved
Kraken.
it. Yeah, well,
Sue special chowder. Am I right?
All right.
Shut up.
To the salted, yeah. To the salted Kraken, I suppose. Sue, you're gonna do the talking on this.
absolutely. Are you kidding me? Yeah.
And as you disembark, Thal is already like well ahead of you, kind of like skipping and walking and being a little chaos goblin of, bouncing around. And you see her call up to one of the ships and, "Excuse me, do you happen to know an Archie around here?" And then she, doesn't really wait for too much of an answer when she gets a bit of a curious shrug and moves on. And she's just moving ahead. And
Thal, come back here, love.
yeah, you called me love.
Stop talking to people unless we tell you to talk to people. Understand?
What about?
No. Thank you.
Okay. I just had a.
No.
Bit of a sprite of just like
I really
bubbly.
think that maybe it would be important if you're Mr. Darvin. What about that one over there?
No.
Okay.
Just bloody stop. Will you?
Okay.
Thank you. You're allowed to talk to people, but only the ones that we really point out. Or if you see something that you might think, oh, that's Archie, not just bloody talking to every Tom, Dick, and Harry that's on the bloody dock.
Well, that's why I thought I'd mention when I called.
Nope. No, you're a heat score. Stop it.
Okay. Eldric, roll me a nature.
I'm gonna. What? The 10.
He's good at nature.
It's not really good at anything with these fucking.
No, nothing to notice.
Cool.
Great.
Wonderful. What's the plan?
We're heading to the salted Kraken. I'm assuming we know where the salted Kraken
Yes,
Yeah,
the
we've
salted
been here many
Kraken
times.
is the dark marker on your one
Purpley
right
one?
there.
Okay,
Yeah.
so not too far of a jump.
Up and to the left.
Correct. Yeah,
Cool.
up and to the left. So you pass through one of the larger market here, and head towards the salted Kraken. And
So we're going through the market first?
your choice. Would you like to head along the water and then up to that, or would you like to go through the market and then around?
I'd like to go through the market, even if it means meeting them back and pinching around. I'm going to get some more jerky.
Sure, sounds good. Alright.
Darvin, maybe we'll meet you at the salted Kraken.
Yes.
We have a pot of what the hell is this again?
It's bisque. It's a clam bisque that I made.
As Sue said,
No problem, Captain.
we'll either meet you back at the markets or we'll meet you at the Kraken.
Val,
Darvin,
come
are-
with me.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Sounds good.
Stay close.
Yeah.
Is Eldric coming with us?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we head to the salted Kraken.
Wonderful. As you approach, you've been here a couple of times, and it's not your most common haunt. And the Salted Kraken is a cozy, slightly chaotic tavern and brewery near the docks. It's sort of recently had a bit of a makeover. Before it was pretty scummy, and it hasn't improved a ton. However, it's added this sort of like brewery aspect. And the place gets its name from the weathered wooden sign hanging outside, which is a kraken holding a salt shaker in one tentacle and a frothy tankard in the other.
Nice.
From the moment you walk in, the scent of hops, sea salt, and something faintly briny fills the air. Inside, the Kraken is as lively as it is cluttered. Mismatched chairs and tables fill the room, while fishing nets and glowing glass buoys hang from the ceiling.
Glass boys.
Boys, sorry, I say it the Brit buoys.
Boys.
Buoys.
One of them named Archie.
I say it the wrong way. I say it the wrong way for North America. But yeah, on the wall near the entrance, there is a rules board which has come with the sort of like redevelopment. So after you're aware that there was a lot of upheaval in the city once the Iron Quills attacked, and the new ownership has occurred since then, with the previous owner vacating and heading somewhere a little more peaceful on the mainland. So on the wall near the entrance is the rules board, and it's a collection of signs and scraps with tavern rules nailed up. And they're a mix of things like no tentacles in the ale barrels, fights are fine, but buy the house a keg after, no monks, spills are your problem, clean them up, things like that. Behind the bar, there's a massive brewing vat with a sign that reads Old Kraken Belly, along with a few smaller vats with the tavern's signature brews, things like the Briny Brew and the Stormport Stout and the Tentacle IPA, which anyone who's been to the mainland knows is the Ivna Pale Ale, an area that grows a lot of hops. Behind the bar, you see a mischievous-looking goblin with green skin and a snaggletooth grin and bright yellow eyes, and he has some scars around his mouth and a large one across his forehead, and his ears have a few piercings, and his shoulder-length dark hair hangs loose, though a couple of locks have some decorations like small beads. And he has a beard that's a bit scraggly, but is kept short enough to not be a health hazard as he's pouring drinks. And he's dressed very like traditional bartendery with a white shirt and a dark waistcoat, which have all seen better days. And despite owning a brewery, you can see that he's sipping on like wine or mead or something like that.
I prop open the door for Sue so he can get through with his big pot of chowder. I'm like, Sue, this one's all yours, my friend. I'll follow suit.
Hey, yo! Goblin friend.
Screek's the name. Screek.
I brought you a big pot of our bisque chowder. It's Kraken.
I mean, that's a pretty...
Come on.
Okay.
Come on, you're trying to liven up the place and get this place rowdy.
All right.
You gotta serve the best. Stew's bisque. So we call it some Kraken stew. Look at the size of these muscly clams.
And you see, he's sort of similar to what you've done for Gilda. He's built sort of this like these stairs that run along the entire back of the bar. So he hops up and he's eye level and he lifts off the lid and he gives it a good sniff. And did you bring like a ladle?
The ladle's
and stuff?
in there. It's got the little cut hole for it. It just sits in there.
Perfect. He does like a little scoop and he digs around and he goes, those are some real clams. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. How much do you want for it?
Can I, before this interaction continues, I just want to interject and say Mawrow is walking up behind him and quietly casting Enhance Ability, which it gives Dwayne's character advantage to checks like Wisdom, Charisma, Intelligence, that sort of stuff.
Okay,
so
cool.
If you, on your next roll, you get advantage of your choice.
Okay.
Yeah.
How much are you hoping for?
Pot like this, I would say would probably go 5 gold pieces. You can easily get that out of this pot of stew.
And he's gonna
You gotta try
take
it
a
first.
sip. And while he's taking a sip, I'd like you to roll me a persuasion.
Well, I got a 13 and 14 on a dice plus 8, so take your numbers. That's going to be 21 and 22.
He takes a sip and he sort of, and then he takes another sip. And he goes, 5 gold. He looks at the cauldron that you've brought and he goes, I'll give you 6 and you leave the cauldron here till we're done with it.
Of course.
All right. And he throws you 6 gold and you can add that to your tally.
I forget, it's not 1. You have that ability for up to an hour while I'm concentrating on it.
Oh, wow.
So you have it for a while.
Wow.
Yeah, that's great.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to put this up here so I remember that you've got concentration.
Yeah, I'll read it out for listeners. It's Enhance Ability. You touch a creature and choose Strength, Dexterity, Wisdom, Intelligence, or Charisma. I chose Charisma. For the duration of the target has advantage on ability checks using this chosen ability. So, yeah.
Nice.
You have to pick the ability? is that what you said?
Yeah, I knew it was going to be like a Charisma check, so.
Yeah. Perfect.
So my friend, we're also looking for a person named Archie.
Archie, huh?
Yeah, you know an Archie?
I know an Archie. What are you looking for Archie for?
Oh, we're looking for he's a boy. Look, boy, a kid? Is that?
Yeah, kid, young man, yeah, 15ish, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
What do you want with Archie?
We just want to have a chat with him.
What do you do this time?
Get some directions, that kind of stuff. Just
Direction? Well, I can give you directions.
I need an Archie to give me the directions.
You gotta understand why I'd be a little suspicious for grown men come in here looking for a 15-year-old saying you need to talk to him.
Well, I don't know. We're just just trying to get the lay of the land. We got told that we needed to touch base with him.
Oh yeah, and who told you?
Just people back in the last port that we were in.
Oh, where's the last port you're in?
Oh God, what was the last port we were in?
Saya.
Yeah.
Saya.
Yeah.
Saya, and who told you in Saya that you needed to?
Oh, we needed to touch base with Archie, is what we're told.
Roll me a persuasion.
Advantage.
14 and 8. 22.
Yeah, you'll probably find him down at the docks.
Kind of figured.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thanks, friend.
What was your name again?
Skreek.
Skreek. We've come here often, and I'm terrible with names. I apologize.
No, it's okay. I've seen you around here.
Captain Mawrow.
Captain Mawrow,
Skreek.
nice to meet you. Yeah.
I appreciate your patience with us. This Archie, as we've said, we're just to seek a bit of information from him. We've learned from someone that he may be able to help us on something we're trying to find. I don't want to reveal much more than that, as it could be of concern to us. I hope you understand. But,
I understand.
Archie, is there anything we need to know about him? I don't want to approach him and put him into a bad position because he's speaking with people of our reputation.
No, he talks to people like you all the time.
Excellent. Okay.
He's an errand boy. Errand boy for please hold. Errand boy for Captain Blackthorn. And roll me a history. Anyone who's listening.
All right.
I said 4 earlier. Forgot Darvin had held back, so there's 3 of you there.
Ooh, 19 on the dice, and history is +3, 22.
Yeah, so Captain Maverick Blackthorn is the admiral of the council, the inner circle of Sargasso. And he was this former pirate lord turned town leader, and he oversees the inner circle. He's kind of the deciding vote. There's 5 of them. And you had heard rumor on your last trip here, or in your last few trips here, that he's been recovering from injury. He'd fought very bravely during the Iron Quill attacks, and had been injured. So yeah, that's where he's been at. Hence maybe his use for an errand boy.
Runner, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for your time. And I toss him a couple silver. Let's say 2 silver.
Much obliged. Thank you very much. If you need another anything else or some drinks or anything, you know where to find me.
Oh, we'll be back. You know it.
Oh, take care, and I'll have this. I'll be serving it up in no time. Have this back to you. When are you heading out?
In a couple of days, maybe. I don't know. We're not so certain.
Okay, sounds good. Well, if you're ever looking for any jobs or anything, they usually come through here. So, not all of them, but the good ones.
Let me know how the bisque goes, and there's more bisque where that came from.
Fantastic. Sounds good.
Yeah, I guess we'll probably head out or wait for Darvin to finish his market
shopping
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Darvin, we'll come back to you at the market there.
Yeah, so there's normally a market stall that sells like a bunch of dried meats and stuff like that. It's my favorite. I want to go there and I want to grab a few silver pieces worth of jerky,
Perfect.
if possible.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you get a pretty good sized bag of jerky. I imagine probably you're not too fussy, so you get the mystery bag, which gives you a little extra for your coin.
Nice. I want to talk to Thal for a second and say, hey, Thal.
Yeah.
Thal,
Yeah.
when we were coming in, did you manage to look out the portals? Because I saw a shipwreck just before we were coming in. I think we should go check that out.
Ooh, I didn't see that. I was busy. You had me sanding things, railings.
Yeah. I just wondered if you were slacking and maybe looked outside for a bit.
No, nope.
Well, anyway, I might mention it to the captain. I would love to go check it out.
Yeah, that would be so cool.
And you can come with me, but you just calm down a bit, all right?
I thought I was doing pretty good being calm.
You're doing all right. Yeah, you're doing all right. Yeah. And we go meet up with them.
Fantastic. So you meet back up just as they're coming out. I would say, and
But I just want to point out as we getting close to them again, I'm kind of mean to her again.
okay, cool. I like it. Sweet.
Yeah. It's like I think she's all right, but I don't want them.
You don't want them to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, shut up.
Wait, I didn't say. Oh.
Val, I really did ask you to take it easy with Darvin.
I was trying.
It's fine. Maybe we'll chat about it later. Darvin, it would seem that our friend Archie is doing errands, a bit of a runner boy for Captain Blackthorn. Seems he's down at the waters still, maybe injured from a previous battle with the Iron Quills. Might be a good time for us to check in, speak with Archie, and maybe inquire in Blackthorn's current position, should he need any help or have information on these Iron Quills or perhaps the items we're after.
Right. Yeah. Good idea, Captain. Did you notice that shipwreck when we were coming in off starboard?
I was speaking with Darwin and then Eldric, and then below decks was Sarah. I must have missed it.
I think it looked pretty interesting, Captain. I'd like to go check it out.
Just off at the lighthouse there.
Yeah. You could just see it as we were coming in.
And roll me a history or intelligence, whichever you'd prefer. Anyone who's sort of paying attention to this.
Okay.
Like myself included.
Yeah.
And we're like trying to suss out like what the shipwreck is. Is that what we're thinking about here?
Yeah.
Or related to it?
Yes.
7 plus I think it was like 2, so 9, 10, somewhere around.
Come on. Oh my god.
What did you say? History?
History or just straight intelligence, whichever you'd prefer.
Yeah, 10 for Mawrow.
I got 11.
11?
17.
17. Okay.
2.
2.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Rolling so
Rolling.
good.
Barbarian
Doing
over
well.
here. Just,
Hey,
you
who
just
got
know some
17?
shit.
He's good. Yeah. It's because you saw it.
Yeah, I guess so.
Darvin, thinking back, doesn't recall seeing that. He recalls seeing it the last time you came into port, but you don't recall seeing it the time before that, which was pre-Iron Quill attack.
Oh,
Right.
all right.
Yeah, Captain, I don't know. Something's standing out about it, Captain. I really want to go and check that out. Don't think it would take too long, sorry, to have a little walk over there. I could take Thal with me again if you don't mind.
Well, if you want to do that, maybe the rest of us speak with Blackthorn and Archie. We can kill 2 birds with 1 stone, unless you want us to accompany you. I don't suspect there's anything of concern over there if it's below the lighthouse.
No, I can look after myself, Captain, and it'd be good for Thal as well, just to see a shipwreck, you know?
Right. Should we, let's plan to rendezvous by the boat then on the docks.
I've seen shipwrecks before.
Shut up.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. So I guess we'll. Oh,
Does that make sense for the party?
Yeah.
I'm just like super interested in it.
No, definitely.
Cool.
So we'll rendezvous at the boat.
Yeah, Captain, we can do that, yeah.
All right. Sue and Eldric, are you okay accompanying me to Blackthorn?
Of course.
Eh?
Or Eldric, do you want to go with Darvin?
No, I think I'd like to finally put a face to that name.
Sue?
No, I know Sue. I meant Blackthorn.
No.
It's okay. So,
Okay.
Yeah, let's go see Blackthorn and
All right.
see if we can find out about Archie.
Speak with Archie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're gonna head away from the docks where you were told Archie was and go towards Blackthorn.
I thought Archie was working with Blackthorn,
He's down
and
at the
I assumed he was around the dock. So we're going.
Gotcha,
we're going to
yeah,
Archie
yeah.
first, and then,
then
maybe get
hopefully
him to
he'll take
lead
it.
us to Blackthorn. Yeah.
Sounds good. So to get to the shipwreck, you sort of all are headed in the same direction initially, and then deviating off. As you approach the docks before Darvin and Thal head in their own direction, Thal says quite quietly, she seems to have sussed a little bit that she gets different treatment when it's just the 2 of you, and she says to you quite quietly and goes, would now be a really good time for me to mention what if I think I see something important?
Yeah, you just let me know.
Okay, well, you know that boy that's sitting over there on the crate that we walked by earlier on when we came in here?
Yeah.
Yeah, when I yelled up at the ship, do you guys know an Archie? He waved at me.
What?
Yeah, I yelled, do you guys know an Archie? And he waved at me to come over. And I was trying to get...
Bloody hell, you should have told me.
I tried, but you kept telling me to shut up.
Oh my god.
Do you want me to go talk to him?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go talk to him. And you see her like skip over. And he's doing that kind of like teenage boy thing where he's trying to kind of look tough and kind of like mean mug and stuff. And he's looking sort of in the other direction. And you see her kind of like bounce over to him and stop in this like big bundle of blonde curls and this tiny like almost elven girl. And she smiles and you can see her waving at him and you can't hear what she's saying. But you see just this like look of like awe and shock come across his face. And he's doing that thing where he's like trying not to smile and stuff, and he's clearly still trying to be cool, but yeah, eventually he like looks over at you and like waves you over. And
are we sure this was a good idea?
I think she's a little ray of sunshine myself.
Right. I'm just worried about how much she's telling this kid.
Oh, probably, definitely way too much, yeah.
I'm saying this as we're like walking over there. Yeah, I guess we'd approach, and I stick out my hand and say, Captain Mawrow, you must be Archie.
Yes, it's nice to meet you. Yeah, your friend here. Sorry, I didn't catch your name, love. And she goes, oh, it's Thal. Oh, and these are my friends. And this is Captain Mawrow. Oh, and this is Eldric. Oh, and this is Sue. He's a chef. He makes lots of cold food. And this is like my father figure, Darvin.
This is my dad.
God.
Gavin spit take his drink.
I put my hand on her shoulder and kind of just gently scoot her to the side. She is now behind the line of grown-ups.
Wonderful. Sounds
Yes.
good. Yeah. And you see his face kind of falls a little bit, and he kind of tries to follow, and then he's sort of business as usual, and he goes, "What can I help you with, gents?"
Archie, we heard that you're working with Captain Blackthorn.
Yeah,
Doing some running for him, you are.
mostly, yeah.
How's that been going?
That's fine. He sort of tells me, "Oh, go chat with so-and-so, go bring this back, go get me my meds." It's a lot of meds running these days, to be honest, but
I'm sorry
yeah,
to
it's
hear
alright.
that.
Yeah,
And is he all right? What happened to him?
gut wound.
Gut wounds.
Gut wound, yeah.
He would kill
Yeah.
the lesser of us, it would. I'm glad to hear he's doing all right.
Oh, he's doing
despite
fantastic,
the
to be
meds.
honest, yeah. Healers have tried, but don't know what the Ironquills did to their blades.
Look, we're looking for a bit of information, and we got your name from someone in, what is it called? Saya?
Saya.
Saya.
You know Saya, the city.
No people in Sire, not been there myself.
You know of the place.
No, I'll know of the place, course, seen the maps.
What do you know about, I'm trying to, like, recall without, like, scanning through all my notes. We're, like, looking for intel on
Heart of Tides.
an artifact related to the Iron Quills, right?
The Heart of
Heart
Tides.
the Heart of
The Heart of
Tides.
Tides, thank you.
It's the weapon.
Yeah. What do you know about an artifact called the Heart of Tides? Does that ring a bell?
I mean, yeah, you're not the first ones come right through here asking about it, but it's just an old wives' tale mostly, isn't it?
Absolutely, but wives' tales, like many, tend to have a bit of history to them, a hidden gem beneath their initial meaning, one we intend to investigate. Any information you might have on such a wives' tale might be of use to us.
Who sent you?
Do we look like wives to you, son?
I mean, I don't question.
Who sent us is not of concern. It's something that at this stage we should probably keep to ourselves. I hope you understand. We wouldn't want to risk ourselves, and we certainly wouldn't want to risk you, a young lad that has nothing but opportunity in front of him.
No. I get it. Totally get it. Yeah.
We don't want to put you in danger, is what we, you know. So if we could just kind of just have the intel.
Totally. You
right,
know,
and
I
then-
understand.
and then we could kind of move on and not like affect your life in any big way.
Gotcha. Yeah.
right? There'll be a little bit of, you know.
See, what's sort of interesting to me, lads, is sounds like you're threatening me.
Not at all.
No, we're
Yeah.
not ready you.
We could offer a little bit of money for a little bit of intel if that's what you're thinking.
Or something of exchange. Is there anything that
Eldric
you
takes
need?
his trident out of his like back strap and just is like starts twirling it in his hands and kind of puffs his chest and takes a little bit of a step forward. Doesn't say anything, but just
See, your 7-foot buffoon over here looks like he's threatening me.
Eldric does that when he's frustrated. Happens easily. I, on the other hand, Captain Mawrow, am calm and patient. Someone that is willing to make an exchange for information, financial, something that you may need help with. I'm open to ideas. However, if should things become delayed, unfortunately, Eldric may become too frustrated for me to stop.
Well, and Thal, you'd be helping Thal out as well, right? She's a part, and she needs the information, right?
Yeah.
Right, Thal?
Oh, I don't feel comfortable with the threatening part.
We're not threatening. We're just
I
trying.
don't know. It looks like Eldric's threatening. Eldric, roll me a perception.
God.
Can I ask, like, so where he's sitting, is there like,
Sitting like on a crate.
and is there like pathways, multiple pathways coming away from the area?
Yeah, you are like right on the edge of the docks.
19.
19. You feel a little funny tug on the side pouch that you keep on your hip.
He's gonna put his hand in it?
Fantastic. You meet another very small hand in the side pouch. And you look down to see Thal is snacking from your snack pouch.
Oh, dear lass, you don't want to be eating those. Oh, that's a for a big man like me, that is a mighty fortified medicine that you want to be very careful. How much did you eat?
I've had about 8.
Oh gosh. Well, this is a problem.
Eldric, what's happening?
Well, she ate some of my tidal blossoms.
You've got to be kidding me.
Yes, quite a lot actually. I would normally eat about 10, so being that I weigh, she weighs about as much as my hand, she's going to need a nap. She's going to need a nap.
Darvin, we should probably escort Thal to the ship and...
I can escort her.
Shut up.
Yes, you can, in exchange for some information.
You don't seem like a very good father figure, letting some stranger escort her back to the ship like that.
Well, we would be going with you.
Well, you're
kind of escort.
You're
Yeah,
not a
we would-
stranger, are you? You're Archie.
No, yeah. Well, see, what I'm trying to... We'll come back to her in a second, love. You feeling all right? And she's like, oh, yeah, I'm feeling fine. And she is definitely going back into your pouch again for...
Well, yes, it's
Eldric,
it's a
stop her,
wonderful
mate.
experience if she's ready for it, but as long as she doesn't have
Ready for
anything
what?
crooked in her mind.
Oh, tongue's crooked.
Oh, well, okay. It's just going to be you're going to have a fun little adventure.
Are these drugs?
Nope.
She says loudly
just
in the middle of a
mushrooms.
busy dock.
Just nice little mushrooms.
Oh, okay. And back to Archie. Archie goes, yeah, no, see, what I'm trying to figure out is if you're wanting to go chat with someone, are you trying to chat with me, or did you want me to take you up to the bank so you could get that banknote of yours checked out?
I'm more interested in your information than the banknotes, to be honest.
Oh, gotcha, okay. So Tana didn't send you with any extra info then?
Tana sent us with just the right amount of information.
Yeah, sounds like Tana, doesn't it? Yeah.
Captain. Gotta be careful what we say around here, my friend.
Do we?
I'm getting like really sick of this. I have such a temper. I'm getting like...
Yeah. Perfect.
I'm actually going to take 2 steps back,
Okay.
and I'm going to kind of lead Thal with me. Thal, come with me, love.
Oh, okay.
We just give them some distance.
My tummy feels a little yuck.
Yeah, I know. We're going to go back to the boat soon. You're going to have a little bit of a nap, okay?
Okay.
I'll tell you what, Archie. Should you have a change of heart and seek some sort of financial benefit or a helping hand in something that you find you need help with, you can come seek us out. We should be here for maybe a day or 2. Until then, I will bid you adieu. Thank you for your time. And he bows, takes his hat off.
You know, fun, eh? I dropped all that info and you're walking away.
Yeah, and he like doesn't even let him fish. He turns around and starts walking away. Thal, let's
That mean you
let's
don't
take
want to
you
go
the
meet
boat.
Nori then?
He pauses. Turns around. I'm listening.
Just thinking, if you were looking for information, maybe we could make a deal.
I'm all ears.
Don't need any money, got lots of my own, get paid plenty. But perhaps after Thal's nap, I could take her for dinner.
Fuck no.
Never mind then.
Perhaps that's a conversation we can have amongst just the group of us, and we find you here, I'm assuming.
Yeah, always here.
Well,
Here or up at the big villa. And you would know that is where that's where Blackthorn's home is, up in the if you sort of head up and around to Dwayne's left.
Okay.
That's sort of where the Richies are.
Off to the west.
Yeah.
Okay. To Blackthorn's small castle that he made.
Yeah.
He has a chuckle. Archie, I'm sure we'll be seeing you very soon, but I think what we're going to do first is tend to Thal. I appreciate your honesty and your candor. We'll chat soon.
Yeah, see you when you're back.
He turns to Darvin. Darvin, should we escort Thal and I think the rest of us, maybe a conversation on the boat in my quarters?
Sure, Captain.
Sounds
yeah,
good.
It's a good idea.
let's do that. And I say to him quietly, I want to break that kid's fucking neck.
You would have to get in line, I think.
Yeah.
He's crafty, that guy, hey?
He's a good talker. I can see why Blackthorn would be working with him. He wouldn't choose anybody but something like
Yeah,
that.
for sure.
Not to be taken advantage of. It's good to see that Blackthorn still has his wit about him when hiring his runners. And we head to the
Head back to the ship.
back to the ship.
How's Thal looking? Is she looking like groggy?
She's looking a little just queasy, a little green around the gills.
She's
She's not skipping.
out of all like better judgment, because I'm a pretty strong dude, I pick her up and I put her up on my shoulders.
Okay.
Yeah. So she gets a bit of a ride on the shoulders back to the boat.
Are you wearing your flat cap still?
Yeah.
Yeah. For a moment, and then she takes it off and puts it on her head.
Yeah.
Eldric, what sort of timeline can we expect on Thal here?
Well, given that she weighs about as much as a pigeon, she's going to be down for at least a day.
Should
Hell.
what do the group of you think? Is this something we should lock her in her quarters, tie off the door?
I think Eldric could get a little bit smarter with where he leaves these bloody drugs.
Well, it's a bit late for that. Let's figure out how we're going to contain the mess we're about to be in.
What if we left her with Lyra?
Yeah. Good point.
Right? That keeps Lyra kind of overseeing what, like...
I'm sure it wouldn't be the first time she's mummied someone through a
Yeah,
little
she's
trip.
a medic. She can help her out for sure.
Yeah, just to kind of keep an eye on her.
You're right, a healer. That's it's a fantastic suggestion, Sue.
Yeah. Nice one, Sue.
Yeah.
I like Sue.
Sue, do you want to take her to Lyra?
Sure, yeah, that's not a problem.
Lyria.
Lyria.
I take her off my shoulders and push it towards Sue.
Bye, Darvin.
See you, love.
Come on, Thal, we got a medic to see.
Okay. And she's definitely like starting to droop a little. And Eldric, you would know that she's not feeling the symptoms, but she's probably starting to feel pretty nasty in her stomach. So
Yeah.
so you head down and you find Lyria, and Lyria hums and haws and mothers over her just as you expected, and says, "Oh, Thal, you're not gonna like this, but to start, we're gonna go give you a good glass of seawater and see if we can get any of that up there." And they head back out into the docks, soon to be heard with some very loud retching.
Nice.
Oh, lovely.
We sit down in the heading to the captain's quarters.
Yeah.
And I pull out the 4 glasses and pour us just a 2 fingers of rum and sit down. What do you say about Archie? How are we going to handle this one?
Well, do we need to?
Well, his request is
Like, I'm sure he's not the only one that can get us to see Blackthorn.
it's a Blackthorn that we need. I'm not sure Blackthorn has the information we want.
That's fair.
Captain, I don't want him going on a date with Thal. We just hired him.
No,
mate.
that's not going to happen.
It sounds bloody sketchy. And she's my apprentice, and she's got work to do.
I think it's a great idea. The only reason I say that is because I can serve them dinner.
Right.
I can be boots on ground.
So are you suggesting we set some criteria for
Yeah.
the date? They can have it on the
Right.
boat, deck side.
Top deck.
Top deck with served personally by the ship's chef.
He can pick whatever restaurant in town that he wants. I can walk in, serve food.
Yeah.
He's almost as famous as the pirate Ramsay.
I don't hate this idea. Inviting him to the boat and you serving them dinner.
Or maybe we can get we can also get Gilda to serve them dinner. I don't care.
I kind of like the idea of having us right in his face.
Yeah, I want us to be able to keep an eye on this kid for sure.
He's going to want some distance, though. You do realize that. He's hoping to...
Well, then we put him in a
schmooze.
dinghy and we take him offshore and we scare the fuck out of him if he wants some
Yeah,
distance.
No doubt.
Well, let the poor lad... She's a cute girl, isn't she? Just let him have a bit of fun. He's not going to take her below deck
He
without
just
us.
definitely
Well,
needs to be tucked down a notch, that's all.
We also need to talk to Thal, right? And see if she's wanting
Yeah,
to go.
she might not even bloody
she's
want
not.
to go.
She's not going to be doing much talking for a little bit.
Well, I know. We'll get her some ginger tea. I'll get Gilda to get her some ginger tea to settle her stomach and see if we can kind of wash that through her.
Well, it's not really the stomach that's going to be the problem.
Okay.
So we give her some time
Maybe she's
till the morning and
maybe
and
she's all
broach the
straight up there
subject.
and everything will be fine.
I
Maybe she'll be different.
feel doubtful.
And Eldric, out of curiosity, what are some symptoms of what Thal has consumed and attempted to retch up? You're not certain on how successful
it's
she
just
was in that.
it's a killer dose of like shaman level mushrooms.
Sweet. Cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
so she's gonna either meet her ego or something else that is some little fragment of imagination.
She's going to come back as Janis Joplin.
Possibly.
Fantastic.
I feel like she's going to come back like the female
Or
Darvin.
she'll just be like, nothing
super
ever
dark and
happened.
like she'll be like, shut up.
That would be amazing.
She's like, I've
Proud
changed.
dad moments.
Seen
Yeah.
everything. That'd be great.
Yeah, could put the sunshine out inside of her as well. Yeah, maybe. Never know.
Well, let's give it to morning and broach the subject with her. I agree with Sue that she needs to ultimately make the decision. If she's not willing to sit down for a dinner with this Archie, then the deal's off. In the meantime, shall we speak with Blackthorn? Probably our next best lead.
Yeah, he might even have just a bit of information on how to crack this little dock rat.
Darvin, you wanted to check the shipwreck. Is that something you want to do before we speak with Blackthorn?
What time of the day is it?
By now, it would be sort of like early afternoon.
Yeah, Captain, I'd like to go and check it out. I mean, I can go by myself. You guys can come with me quickly. I'm quite the swimmer. I can make it over there pretty fast.
Was there anything in particular about this that caught your eye? Seems like a bit of a side leg for a bunch of pile of wood.
Well, originally I was going to just go and take Thal so I could show her, like, you know, what a ship looks like when it's all fucked up so she can get, like, a bit of an idea. Kind of an apprentice thing, you know, just showing her a little bit of stuff here and there, pulling some stuff
Yeah,
apart.
that makes sense, yeah.
I just think, I don't know, it's just there. I saw it. Seems weird that it's just there, mate. Why wouldn't they got rid of it? You know what I mean? Like,
I think Darvin might be onto something. That ship wasn't there before these
Right.
Iron Quill attacks. Maybe if we go have a look, we have some, at least a little bit of information or things to ask Blackthorn that may be of interest to him. Something to pique a conversation.
Fair?
how long would that walk take to get over there? It doesn't look that's like that far, right?
Yeah, probably the full venture to get to the ship. It's very shallow, lots of sandbanks. Probably the full venture would be like 45 minutes.
Right.
All right. Yeah, I say we go for it.
Fantastic. And are you all headed that way?
Sue, you coming? Oh, I'm starting to sound like Darvin.
Yeah, of course.
You coming, are you?
Hairball, Captain.
Yeah. Sorry, it's part of the curse.
Tell me to shut up, Captain. I love it.
Fantastic. And as you come up onto deck, Thal is making her way slowly towards the stairs downstairs.
I give her a
with
good
Lyria.
pat on the back. You'll be all right, kid.
And she kind of does a little bit of a retch, but nothing comes up. And Lyria's got her arm around her shoulder, and Lyria kind of gives you all like the everything's fine. And roll me a nature check, anyone who's paying attention.
Oof, I don't think Mawrow's good at nature, but he'll try. Not really.
14.
13.
The fuck's many there?
16 minus 2, 14.
Perfect.
13 for Mawrow.
Fantastic. You all notice sort of in the distance, like a darkening of the clouds and everything like that. It does look like a storm's been coming in. Sarah had kind of mentioned that as you were coming in, that it was well timed, and the winds are definitely starting to whip around you all a little bit. Yeah. So as you head into town and then around towards the shipwreck, as I said, you know, there's a lot of sandbanks and there's a reason this ship seems to have run aground. It's very shallow, this area. And based on the rumors you've received about what happened here, when the Iron Quills came and attacked Sargasso, many of the ships that were in port came to try and defend Sargasso and their own either their own port or simply their own their well-being of business. And as you approach, roll me an intelligence, anyone who's paying attention to the ship.
Yeah. The busted up ship.
The busted up ship, yeah.
Intelligence.
It's been over an hour now.
Oh, yeah. You don't
Yes,
have, well, and that
yeah.
that was charisma anyway.
16.
13 for Mawrow.
Fantastic.
4.
4, okay.
I also, as my aspect of the wild, I'm using salmon right now.
Wonderful.
That gives me swim speed equal to my walking speed.
Fantastic. So you are swimming like a fish. Then I'm just picturing out of the water and
Arms flat down his side.
yeah, exactly.
They call him
Speaking
Darvin.
draconian.
And what was the highest roll? I'm so sorry.
16.
16. Yeah, Darvin, this isn't a ship that you recognize, and quite notably so. It is not one that you recognize, having encountered either in Sargasso or Saya. That doesn't mean it isn't one that would normally be here. However, nothing specifically calls to you. So as you all walk, swim, eventually get there, it certainly appears that what happened is the waters around Sargasso, they're fairly calm simply because of the various islands. However, there are many druids, there are many folks who have learned magic specifically to control these waters. And it does look like this may have been a case where the tides were affected to draw this ship in and smash this ship against the sandbanks, which in and of itself is notable.
Yeah, Captain, I don't know. It's I don't recognize the ship, mate, but it seems a bit, weird.
It's interesting that something would end up here like this. The amount of control they have on the tides in the area, it's suspicious. Do I see any markings on the ship? What I'm trying to do is potentially tie. Like, I'm still thinking about the shackle I received, and it had like a what was it? A lightning bolt or something?
Had some 3 lightning bolts, and
bolts.
then some blue gems to almost sort of like outline the sea, like a stormy sea along the base of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of like, because it's on his mind, he's just sort of like moving around the ship, trying to see if he can see anything that might be related.
Yeah, roll me an investigation, please.
Okay. Ooh, 16. I think it's +2, so 18. But I might have a bonus on investigation. 3. So what's that? 19.
19. Wonderful. This as you come around the front, you notice that despite the fact that the ship is very, very damaged and has essentially been crashed into the sandbanks, a little bit of the name.
Sorry, I thought I had my laptop on quiet.
The bell of the bell of the ship rings
Lunchtime.
as the winds continue to pick up as this storm is coming in, and you do notice the name, the Sea Reaper. Roll me a history, anybody.
Ooh, so the name of this ship is the Sea Reaper.
Sea Reaper, yes.
Okay, I would tell them that out loud.
Yeah, perfect.
So nat 20 might help out.
Oof.
Nat 20 will absolutely
Mine was
help.
cocked.
Ugh.
7.
16.
11 for Mawrow.
Wonderful.
The galley in this ship Stu knows. What is the galley? The galleys, right?
The galley,
famous.
The way that this ship crashed, you can see straight into the galley, and you're like, I know this galley. You've never been in this galley, but you've heard it described simply for how poor it is. And the Sea Reaper was one of the ships that belonged to Thadia Ironquill's fleet. And was quite famously captained by her right hand man, only known as the Viper.
Well, the galley in this thing is terrible. You can't. There's like, the sink is way over here, right? And then the where you do your cooking on the stove is way on the other side.
The counters are so tiny.
Oh, it's just terribly laid out.
No prep space.
Yeah.
Can I check it for like secret compartments, chests, anything like that? Because I kind of do that with our ship. So like with the Scurvy
Absolutely.
Lady. So I'm assuming people do it to theirs, and somebody might have not found such a thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I would love that. Please roll with advantage and investigation.
Good, because I was going to see if I could help him for advantage.
Yeah. I think because he described in that last one, I'm like, yeah, I feel like you would know kind of where they would maybe hide things.
A 13.
13. Yeah. So a lot of this ship has been so thoroughly damaged as you're trying to clamber around places that you would have, that you feel strongly would have hidey holes have been damaged or open to the ocean. However, at the bow, you do discover, very similar to your own aboard the Scurvy Lady, what appears to be a compartment that has not been opened.
I'd like to open it.
Yeah, you open it up and you find 6 necklaces that have that appear to be some kind of shimmery blue shell.
Captain, look at this.
Interesting. What do you make of it, Darvin? Anything you recognize?
Do I recognize anything?
Roll me an Arcana.
Sure, I'm really good at Arcana.
I bet you are.
8.
Those are shells.
Oh, they just look like shells to me, Captain, but there's something about them. I'm not sure. We need somebody that maybe understands magic or something to look at them.
Well, something to hold on to, clearly. Why
Yeah.
would they hide them in such a nice box at the front of the ship?
I don't know, but yeah, let's keep a hold of these.
Magic, you say?
Yeah, mate.
I know magic.
Well, Sue, do you want to take a look at these?
I could,
Sue,
I,
if you wouldn't mind.
I could,
Sure.
I could try. Sort of
Go
see
ahead.
what, see what
Yeah,
I
yeah.
see.
Are the others now looking at this too? Bearing in mind we have 2 other magic users as well. If so, I'll give you advantage.
Are they?
Yeah.
okay.
Are you
Oh,
or
yeah.
no?
Yeah,
Gavin's
we're
got
locked,
the blown out lips of the.
I don't think
Gavin
Mawrow
noticed?
is. He's like he still has like concerns about the ship and he's distracted. So
Okay,
no, he's
cool.
not.
So yeah.
Right,
He has
right, okay.
But
He
but,
has-
but,
he was
but
just-
Eldric
Eldric
is.
is, yeah.
Would Eldric recognize any similarities to the shackle that Mawrow showed him earlier?
Like from the necklace? The necklaces to
the necklaces to the shackle.
No, there's
Okay.
none. There's none at all.
But you are guiding.
But I
Sue
am
for-
guiding. Yes. Go, Sue. It is magic.
13 on the dice.
13.
with advantage.
Well, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That
You-
was the advantage.
You can tell that they are more than just shell friendship necklaces, both based on a little magical aura as well as the fact that they were deemed important enough to be hidden upon a pirate vessel.
So,
I want to put one on.
Darvin,
yeah,
do you think that's a good idea?
Not really the greatest idea.
I'm a barbarian, you guys.
Yeah, that's why it's not really a greatest idea.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm okay with it, but he draws his daggers and nods to Sue and Eldric.
we're all on standby.
You do realize if things go sour, we're gonna have to deal with it.
Or you think they're bad, Captain?
It's only one way to
But
find
it's,
out.
You know,
well,
it's
they definitely got an aura
a bit of a 50,
magic to them.
50-50 with magic, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess the only reason I was making that decision because I didn't pick up on anything other than that. They just look like cool
Fantastic.
shells.
So you're wearing it now?
Yeah.
You
Oh,
don't
God.
really notice anything right now.
Okay. I'll just take it off.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good.
How do you feel?
Oh, I feel all right, Captain. Yeah, nothing. Why? What? Why?
Well, you look the same. I'm just
Well, no, what happened?
curious. Nothing happened. That's
Oh,
what
look
I'm
at that.
asking.
Oh, no, it's nothing.
Oh,
It's nothing.
fuck you, Sue. Oh, my God. Let's give you a punch in the arm.
Roll me an attack. No, just kidding.
5 points of damage.
That's my chopping arm. My good one.
Yeah. So
Yeah, we'll take them. Was there any other like chests or anything like that?
you don't really see any chests, and you know Sargasso well enough to know that this ship would have been picked over pretty damn fast. The only reason you found these necklaces was just because you happened to think about where the hidden compartment could be, and even that was pretty lucky.
Can I, before I put them away, can I hold one of the necklaces into the water? Like my mind is I'm just trying to clean it off to see if I can look at it better, but I just want to see if it maybe reacts with the water too.
Yeah, absolutely. You put it in the water, and I'd like you to roll me an Arcana check again.
Oh God.
Good luck.
Do that.
12.
Not better.
There's something, but you don't know magic.
Yeah, really pretty these, Captain.
Maybe we put them in the box. You can hold on to them for us, Darvin, and we find someone who can detect some sort of magic on these things. Leave it with them for the shop for the day, or revisit. Maybe even
Sounds
Blackthorn has someone that he can recommend.
All right.
Let's maybe bring it up with Blackthorn, not necessarily show him.
Right, like maybe we could say like, have you ever heard of these weird blue necklaces, mate?
Yes, exactly.
Right.
They may be an item of interest to him, and not necessarily one we want him to be aware of us.
And then we
having.
smash him in the face with one.
If it comes down to it, yes. But let's not start with that. One of the most powerful captains in this area.
Right. I was just kidding, Captain.
I know you probably weren't.
So do you linger? Or do you make your way back to town?
I think we make our way back. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And where are the necklaces now? Just so I'm aware.
In Darvin's bag.
I got him in my day pack.
Your day pack.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, wonderful. So yeah, you make your way back, Darvin swimming like a dolphin, and you eventually get back to town.
Are we heading to see Blackthorn, or are we going to settle up for the night?
I think we should just go there.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To Blackthorn.
Wonderful. Yeah. So you head through town, and it takes you a good 45 minutes just to get to where he to where you know his not a palace, but sort of not far off as far as how this former pirate captain has set himself up. And as you pass, you see the other homes of the other council members as well. And these are not magnificent villas. However, nor are they just sort of like ramshackle, like put together. There's definitely a strong nautical theme to all of them as you pass. And as you approach what you know to be Captain Blackthorn's, the largest of the houses, you do notice that the gates have been not barricaded but reinforced. This seems like perhaps a person who is taking their own safety quite seriously.
Wow. Do we, Mawrow would look around. Does he see like a guard or someone that would be able to help us with the property?
Yeah, you actually see a few of the Sargasso wardens who typically are found most often around the docks or around the marketplace. And you do see them out front of the gates.
Okay. He would approach one and say, excuse me, I'm looking for an audience with Captain Blackthorn. It would seem he's little closed up for the day. Do you know what that's about?
And the guard puts up a finger, and you see them cast something that's very familiar. You very recently watched Tana cast the same thing, and it appears that they are casting message.
He's casting it to Blackthorn.
Yeah,
something.
exactly.
Pager.
He waits patiently, like, you could tell me that you're messaging him at...
He sort of
All right.
It's very, very straight-faced.
I don't really like your mustache.
I leaned up against it.
She frowns at you. No, just kidding. And after a moment, the door to the estate opens, and a familiar figure makes their way forward. A teenager wearing a nice high collar shirt with a nice cravat and a very artful dodger in their attire, comes out and goes, "Oh, you looking for me then?"
And you are?
Archie.
Never heard of an Archie. I'm looking for Blackthorn.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, so not here for me then. Yeah, well, if you want to talk to Blackthorn, you've got to talk to me. He's resting.
Yeah, I'm sure he is.
Archie, of course, we're joking. It was a pirate joke.
Was it?
No.
Okay, anyway.
How do we speak with Blackthorn?
Well, right now you don't. Don't know if you remember that about the gut wound. And he kind of points, and you can kind of see what appears to be. So it's a 3-story estate, and right at the front is these. At the top floor, there's this huge balcony with these big bay windows, and you can see inside what appears to be. Roll me an intelligence.
Okay. Where's my dice? It's been working so well for me on intelligence. Natural 1. Good. Yeah.
You see some people wearing pale gray white robes, moving around, holding basins and holding candles and moving about in what appears to be this large room.
I think they may be doing a seance in here.
Archie, mate, can't we just go in and have a word with him?
No, I don't know if you noticed, but the ash priests are up there.
Come on, mate.
Yeah, well, they're tending to him. He had a fucking gut wound, didn't he, you fucking idiot?
What?
At this point, Mawrow steps backwards. He's just like, and...
Archie, I think you were a bit confused there, mate. What did you just say?
Called you a fucking idiot, didn't I?
I grab him.
He's on the other side of the gate.
Oh,
fuck.
grab the gate.
I grab the gate and I try to rip it open.
Fantastic. At the same time, roll me a dex save.
Nice.
21.
21. You pull your hand back just in time for both the wardens who are standing in front to lower their glaives where your hand was just a moment before.
All right, lads. Just don't like the way this little fucker talks.
Maybe you just don't like someone dishing it back to you, eh?
Maybe.
I like you, Archie.
I suspect that's probably a lie.
No, actually, I do. I'm being completely honest. Someone that I would have loved to have on my ship, but Blackthorn scooped you first.
I bet he pays better too, probably.
He probably does.
Yeah.
When do you think we can speak with you next, or Blackthorn?
I'm available right now.
I'm just going to metagame for a sec. Why were we coming to Blackthorn again?
I don't know why you guys were coming to Blackthorn.
No, we were like, oh no,
I'm
it was
coming here to kill Archie.
No, it was for additional information.
Additional information and
Intel, yeah.
And we
Yeah.
have these necklaces.
We wanted to speak with Blackthorn about much in what we were inquiring with you about. If that's not something that's of availability, then we should probably come back.
Well, I do think you should probably come back, and I'm going to level with you. You, mate, got to step the fuck back. Want to talk to your captain?
Darvin, I don't mean to pay you any disrespect, but this is a moment of importance in our parley with Blackthorn.
All right, Captain. I walk off.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, can't tell you when Blackthorn will be available. Maybe tomorrow. He's got an infection in the gut. However, what I can do is I can take you to some places where you'll get some information. Weird shit's been happening since the Iron Quills came along.
Now I'm interested.
Of course.
When are we talking? Now? Later?
First, I got a question. How's Thal doing? She feeling sick?
We have her with our healer. She's
You got a healer, okay.
doing her best. I don't know anything other than that, but I do trust her.
Right. Yeah, okay, well, why don't I take you down to some places? You can talk to some folk. Maybe you can check some stuff out and we can see what's going on.
Lead the way.
All right. And he sort of waves and the wardens open the gate and everything like that.
Cool.
And he exits as the wardens close the gate up behind.
I step up to Darvin and whisper to him quietly, I appreciate it, Darvin, and the next opportunity we have to teach the young lad some respect, feel free to take it, but make the timing, what's the word I'm trying to say? Time it well.
No problem, Captain. Already on my
Eldric casts prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation?
To make it look and feel like he just pissed himself.
To Archie? Fantastic. I'm going to do 2 rolls for him.
To Darvin?
No, I cast it on Archie.
Oh, on Archie.
Yeah.
7 on perception. Did not hear you say that.
Okay. Yay.
Natural 20 on your prestidigitation.
Oh, great.
God, I hate this guy.
He walks past and he pats you on the tummy and goes, "Good try, numpty." And he keeps going.
It would seem Archie has some information or knows where to help us find information. Is everybody here okay following him? I, for one, am, but this is a group decision, not mine to be made.
Oh, this is a good idea. We need intel.
We are here for the intel.
I'll go wherever you say,
Seems fine.
Captain.
Archie, lead the way.
All right, well, first stop's the salted Kraken. Second stop's Nori's.
Right. We have been to the Salted Kraken today, but if that's still a place of interest, then let's go.
Did Skreek tell you about the inland visit?
Did he said? I don't think he told us about that. Did he? Inland visit?
No, we were too busy talking about food.
Chowder
Yeah, we were-
and
Didn't ask him anything.
well, he told us where to find Archie and was hesitant at first, but then said find him at the docks. No, so he didn't. No, he
No,
didn't tell us
no,
that.
no.
Okay. No, he hasn't.
Yeah.
Sounds important.
Yeah, is. And then we'll head to Nori's, and then you can be on your way.
Right.
Wonderful. And he leads you down the main sort of thoroughfares all the way to back to the Salted Kraken. And as you arrive, he just sort of ushers you inside and says, "All right, well, we'll talk to Skreek and we'll get his story, and then we'll head over to Nori's. Heard he's got some soup on or something today, though."
Oh, jeez, that was louder than I thought it was going to be.
Bisque.
Sorry?
Bisque.
Who are you
not
calling
soup.
a bisque?
I'm saying it's a bisque. It's not a soup.
What is it?
It's like a chowdered bisque.
So it's soup then,
No.
like a creamy, chunky soup.
Well, whatever, Archie. Whatever. It doesn't come out of the can. It's like
God,
it's
we-
well made.
Out of a what?
Why don't you try it?
Well, sure.
Yeah.
Let's go in.
Go.
You lead the way.
Yeah. Sure.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Here we go.
After you.
All right.
I feel like this kid's going to... He's 15. He can get injured a bit.
I feel like
He's not a child.
I feel like I'm actually getting blotchy right now.
He just needs a thick ear, yeah?
Yeah, that's good. That's perfect. Wonderful.
Do you want me to help you up on the stool there, Archie?
Oh,
you
no,
do
it's
it
all right,
yourself.
then.
You've been up here there before.
No. I'll just stand. Thanks, though.
Okay. All
I
right.
Yeah.
cast Explode Teenager on him.
That's what he's hoping to do with Fel. Anyways.
Whoa.
Whoa. Anyway.
Is this where we mention that explicit content thing?
Yeah. So you
They're
go
both
in
18.
there and there's a lady, and she's taking bowls of what looks to be your bisque out to the tables, and people are tucking in, and Skreek is up. He's now at this point sort of lounged against the bar, sipping what it once again looks like his mead or his wine or something, and yeah.
Archie, I'll let you do the talking and take the lead, and I'll jump in when it seems necessary.
Cool. So you can jump in now and just say, "Hey, Archie said."
I do that.
Fantastic.
Skreek, it's good to be back. I see the chowder is
Bisque.
well received. Sorry, Sue. Bisque.
I mean, in his defense, you did say it's like a chowder.
Yeah, but it's still called a bisque.
I see
Right.
the bisque is being well received. However, we're back. As you can see, we found your friend Archie. He's been very helpful. Asked me to come and speak with you about, what was it, Archie?
Inland something or other there.
Yeah, I told him about the inland visit. Thought you might want to share. And Skreek, his eyebrows pop up, sort of like in surprise but recognition, and goes, yeah. So you know when the Iron Quills came and they attacked, right? Were you guys here for that?
We weren't,
Oh, no.
unfortunately. We could have helped, but whatever the case, no, we have heard of it.
Okay, so wild night, I'll tell you. And you can kind of see like the way Archie rolls his eyes and turns his back on the bar. It looks like probably Skreek spends a lot of his time talking about this night, and it's crazy. Okay, so we saw the Iron Quill fleet coming from a long way away, right? And they were coming in, and we thought we had everything under control. And then out of nowhere, the warehouses went up in flame, and it seemed like they came from behind the city too. Anyway, what was weird is they suppressed the city, like they brought it. They just I don't want to be funny, but they kind of brought us to our knees. You know what I mean? And I was here, right, defending the tavern. You got to do what you got to do. And what was weird is by nightfall they headed in. They headed inland, and you know there's the lake in the middle. And you would know from your maps and everything. And I don't have the big island map up right now. This is sort of like a donut shape island. So there is a rough donut shape. There is a massive lake in the middle of this island, and they headed in there. And ever since, for the last couple months, any hunters, any people who go fishing there, they hear these weird noises from the island on the middle. Inhuman screams and flames burning all through the night, and yeah, it's been weird. It's just been weird. That's all I'm saying.
Anybody ever return from there to tell the tale?
I don't know about anybody who even goes to the island. I mean, I wouldn't.
Yeah, sounds like something of concern. Has that been brought up with anybody within the city, perhaps with Blackthorn?
I mean, he knew about it. The guy knew about. I mean, we all saw the Iron Quills head in there, and you know they left some people here to hold down the hold down the city while they were gone. But they were gone just a few hours, and then came back, hopped in their boats, and fucked off.
So the Iron Quills are no longer there. They brought the city potentially to its knees, decided not to destroy it, let Blackthorn live. Not retreat, that's not the wrong words. Continue through the city to the lake for some time and leave.
And I'm not being funny with you, but I don't think they thought Blackthorn was going to live.
Why not ensure he didn't live? Or why not destroy the rest of the town if they had no use for it?
Sargasso is kind of neutral, you know? It serves the pirates, it serves the... Although I have to be honest, I don't know if Thaddy Ironquill walked in here if we would serve her, you know what I mean? But it's kind of against one of the rules. You don't really attack. But yeah, they headed inland, and that's all we know.
Interesting. I look around at the rest of them. Any other question, lads? I don't...
No, Captain. Can I look around the tavern and see if there's anybody that looks obviously magical? Like a wizard or...
Oh, yeah. Roll me an investigation.
16.
16. Yeah, you do see a couple people who are sitting nearby who are wearing robes that you recognize as... So there is the chapter of archives, and there are many other chapters, but one of them is the chapter of evochronologists. So essentially, you're archaeologists. However, one of them does appear to have a magical, I can't think of the word, like an arcane focus, which would be a good indicator to you that this is someone who probably has some magical abilities.
Archie, do you know those two over there?
Not really sure. Get a lot of people come through. Quick
Cool.
stop.
Okay, thanks. Right. I'm just going to walk over to them and start talking to them.
Yeah, sounds good. So you approach, and one of them is a dwarf, and the other one is half elven. And as you approach the half elven woman, the one with the arcane focus, you do notice that she also has the gills that you've seen before within Saya, indicating this is probably a Saya native.
Now, you from Saya?
Yes. Can I help you?
Yeah, I'm wondering if I don't know. And I look back over at the captain and say, I was wondering if I could give you some gold just to take a look at one thing that I found earlier.
Oh, sure. Yeah, just plump it down.
Well, could we do it maybe outside?
And she looks over at her friend like a little suspiciously, and she goes, out the front where it's busy.
Just right there, everybody will be able to see us.
Why can't we just do it here?
I'm just not sure about this kid I'm with right now.
And she looks over, and he's kind of like lounging and whatever, and she goes, oh, okay, sure, yeah, we'll just go outside. And she follows you, and her friend follows too.
Perfect.
To sort of like distract Archie, just so he's not aware of what's going on, I'll like rally like Sue, Eldric, and Archie. Be like, Archie, Eldric, Sue, has anybody heard anything about this lake? Is this where some of these wives' tales come from? It's interesting that they would head inland like that to a lake for some time and just leave. Do we know anything about this? I've been thinking about it. I have nothing.
Well, I don't really know. It's just sort of like a swampy island in the middle of this lake. Nothing I don't think there's anything there, although I've never been there. So,
Was it a lake or a swamp?
was it a lake, and then in the middle is this like swampy island.
Oh, so there's a lake, and then in the middle of
Well,
the lake,
It's
is
like
a
an
swamp.
island, and then a lake, and then an island.
I would guess one of two things. They either came here knowing that they wanted to go there, or they came here looking for information, and whatever they fussed up,
That's where they went.
that sent them there. And maybe that's why they didn't end up killing Blackthorn. Maybe he kept a little bit of information.
We could go talk to Nori. He
Don't
might know.
Could go talk to Nori. He might know.
Go
And
talk to Nori.
outside, what's happening is outside. You hand over these necklaces. I'm assuming.
One of them.
One
I
of
just
them.
want to show them one of them. I just want to, because they all look the same as from what you said. Yeah, so I've had this. My friend gave this to me a while ago, and I just always thought it was a pretty necklace. But I had another friend that says, "Oh, I think there's something weird about that." What would you think? What do you think it does?
Oh, I mean, I don't even have to cast identify. You said you're from Sire, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a necklace of water breathing.
Oh, water breathing. So you could put it on and drink lots of water then.
You could put it on and breathe underwater.
Breathe underwater, you say? Yeah, Captain's gonna like that. All right, well, thank
That's
you.
a very kind friend of yours because they're not cheap.
Right. Can I buy you some drinks or something?
Oh, I mean, sure, we wouldn't say
What
no.
was your name, love?
Oh, Anna.
Anna. It's a pretty name.
Oh, thank you. You're very kind.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever seen a man do a cartwheel?
No.
Oh, I want to do a cartwheel.
I thought you were going to hand it off to Sue.
Roll me in acrobatics.
Sue, come out here. Sue, come out here.
Athletics or acrobatics?
Acrobatics.
That's it.
So happy. He's a giant barbarian doing
15.
15.
Wow,
You
that's
you
solid.
get your feet surprisingly high, and it ends up being a bit more of a round off instead of a cartwhel. You land pretty hard and stuff. But
Just
a
like
few
me in
people,
real life, actually.
a few people around you go,
His ass was over his head.
Ta-da! All right, let's get you some drinks, birds.
oh, okay. And then they follow you in, and you order a round of drinks for them.
And would they be happy with that? Because I did say to them, "Can I give you some gold?"
Yeah,
for
she
the-"
she didn't have to expend a spell slot, or she didn't have to cast any magic. She knew what it was.
She just looked at it.
She looked at it. Yeah.
Yeah,
dummy.
she looked
She's
at it, and then I
looked.
did a cartwheel for her.
And then you
Stamped right in the back.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how I met my wife.
Yeah, fantastic.
Doing a cartwheel?
Doing a-
I'm joking.
anyway, yeah. So, with that, you head back in, and you got your answer.
Yeah.
And
Can I give Anna the name of our ship? I'm kind of soft on Anna.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you wanna
Yeah, I just
say
want to
that
let
you
her
can-
know like where I'm staying tonight.
Oh,
Oh boy.
oh gosh, is that the big one at the end of the docks? I saw come in.
pretty big, yeah.
Yeah. What wonderful. I'll.
The well taken care of big ship.
Oh, fantastic. I'll
take care of it myself, actually.
Oh wow, good with your hands.
Very, yeah.
So
Strong.
good to know. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you see her kind of jump as it looks like maybe roll me a perception.
1.
You're not sure why she jumped.
preoccupied.
You notice a meaningful look from her friend, but that's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll catch up with you later.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah.
All right.
All right. What's the plan? Archie has offered to take you to Nori's.
Yeah, I think that's what we said then. Go see what Nori knows about the swamp on the log and the lake and the hole in the island.
In the bottom of the sea. Fantastic. I was going to say at that point maybe we could take a break, but I waited until Gavin was
He's coming back.
away.
He's coming back. He's got headphones on.
We'll take a break and we'll
definitely.
end up at
He's chewing
Nori's.
pepperoni.
I was just putting sausage in my mouth.
He's looking for the... Wow.
Adventurer.
That's the wrong one.
That's okay.
That's the vocal one.
Just
Hold
go
on.
with it,
I'm
just
just
go
gonna
with
start. Whoa, hold on.
We can add through that.
Yeah. Well, it just went straight to loud.
Welcome back, and I'm going to hand it straight over to Tash, who's going to do an ad read.
Wow, that's fun.
Okay,
I
here we
don't know about
go.
that.
It's got to be
Yeah.
better than Dwayne's. Good
Well,
luck.
no, wait.
I like Dwayne's.
Wayne's was art.
Oh my god. Like, do you have a logo or some like random picture of your cat wearing like a wizard hat? Ugh, whatever. Just turn it into a sticker, okay? Go to stickermachine.co, upload it, and like, boom, instant sticker magic or whatever. Oh yeah, and like free shipping too, because duh, who even wants to pay for shipping anymore? Lame. And like, we're totally giving you 20% off because we're like so nice or whatever. Just use code STICKY20. That's STICKY20. Pretty simple. Like, don't mess it up or whatever. So like, go make some stickers and like stick them on stuff. Sticker machine. It's like personality, but sticky. That's kind of gross. Bye.
It was beautiful.
Amazing.
Thanks.
That was mildly annoying.
Kind of reminded me of Leora
That's, like,
from
so awesome.
the one shot.
I think that's stickermachine.co.
Stickermachine.co.
Sticker
Not
machine.
com if I said that.
Yeah,
It's .co.
stickermachine.co.
C-O.
E-O.
C-O.
C-O.
Thanks, Sticker Machine.
Thank you.
Thank
Tash,
you.
I
for that.
concur.
That was beautiful.
Somebody has been putting those stickers up all over town, I've seen.
I know that was
Someone
weird,
put
yeah.
two on my truck the other day.
Oh, wow.
What the
Crazy.
fuck?
Vandals.
No, it's a truck.
Alrighty. So when last we
That was
left
reaching.
off, about two minutes ago, according to listeners, you had just left the Salted Kraken, and you were headed over to Nori's Nook. And as you're headed over there, Archie says, "Yeah, if you got something to sell, Nori will take a look, no matter how strange it is. Rumor has it he once paid good money for a cursed goblet, a box of teeth, and a live chicken in the same day." And as you meander over from afar, you see what looks like the world's most chaotic pawn shop. Just like
Nice.
gear hanging from hooks and tables that just look like someone honestly just launched it from the doorway. And it's tucked sort of into the corner across from the Salted Kraken. And Nori's Nook is a sort of this ramshackle general store that looks like it was built from the leftovers of like a dozen shipwrecks. And the sign above the door is a faded mess of peeling paint, and it shows a coin purse spilling gold into the waves. Inside the place is this chaotic mess of clutter with shelves that look like they might collapse under the weight of junk piles. And you see barrels and crates that are just shoved into every corner, and filled with everything from rusted tools to jars of like mysterious pickled things. And the aisles are narrow, and this winding path throughout of ropes and lanterns and old maps and chipped swords and odd trinkets that like maybe are valuable, but you're not really sure. And they also might be cursed. There's a little warning on the door as you come in that says that Nori is not responsible for any curses you may get from the items within this store. There's also this like smell in the air, which is kind of a mix of like salt and musty wood and maybe like something a bit fishy. But based on all the junk around, that kind of tracks. And light is streaming through these grimy windows and kind of casting odd shadows over this glass case filled with cracked spyglasses and tarnished jewelry and other oddities. And this is a store you're familiar with, and it's been very similar and under 100 different names by people who either struck it rich or given up and moved on. And Nori is just the most recent owner. And there's this man standing behind the counter, looking kind of half distracted as he leans on the tabletop, looking over an item with this faint glint of gold as he flips it over in his hands. He's kind of average height and tough to place as far as age. And he's bald except for like this little patch of hair at the back of his head that kind of looks like he's attempting a comb over, but like gravity has had other plans. And he has a couple of fairly deep facial scars, especially over his left eye, which as he turns his head, you notice is sporting a very traditional black eye patch. And he's dressed in faded, thrown together clothes that are nicely adorned, but definitely look like they've seen better days. And the person he's talking to is dressed all in black with this outer cloak that looks well patched and the hood's up. And as you sort of circle the store towards the counter, because there's no direct path to this counter, you catch a glimpse of a severe angular face and a scowl. And both Nori and the customer's eyes clock your movement, and they look towards you. And you see on the customer what appears to be sort of like large burn marks across their face, but very much centralized underneath their eyes and across their cheeks. And you also notice that their left arm has a series of like hand wraps that the other arm doesn't. And the customer reaches out and snatches back what you can now see appear to be a coin, and they're pocketing it. And they head for the exit. And as they pass sort of by you another aisle over, Archie nods his head and says, "Good seeing you, Vespa." So I almost said Viper, just to clarify, to be very clear. Misspeak, that is not Viper. This person appears to be like in their 40s. Vesper. And yeah.
As this other person, this patron, walks past us, can we like catch a vibe from them? Are they like a rogue or something? Or
Roll me an investigation.
Okay. Pew. 11 and I think 4 for investigation. 3, 14.
Very, very traditional rogue. Like
Cool.
This is one of a million people who probably come through Sargasso in a year. Just your traditional. Probably stole something. Probably, yeah.
All right. Eldric, you want to take this one?
What's my accent again?
I forget.
Yeah, Irish. Okay. Just considering you just run off, then I guess so.
Got your back, buddy. We'll help you out. Just tell him it's a night.
We are here to talk to this man to find out probably at least 3 things.
I don't know how many things he's going to tell us. It could be 5.
Nori, hi.
Hi,
My name's Eldric.
Nori.
I am here as a representative of the great vessel. I'm sure you've heard of us, the Scurvy Lady.
Nah.
Now, okay, that's fine. You will one day, trust me.
Yeah.
Archie said to come here because you would tell us what we need to know.
And Archie comes over, and it kind of what you're now noticing to be Archie's kind of like signature slump. And he comes and he kind of slumps over the counter and goes, "Yeah, Mr. Funds, they're looking for a bit of information about, I guess about the Iron Quills, eh?"
Well, yes, specifically what happened, I guess, in the recent visit to town where they kind of mucked things up and then took off and hid out in the lake or the swamp.
Yeah. I don't really know about the swamp, though.
Well, that's kind of the main thing that...
I can tell you about the warehouses.
Okay, let's start with that.
Yeah, let's start with that.
What do you know about the warehouses?
Oh, I'll start with that. Yeah, so you... Did you see them when you came in? They're burned?
I didn't particularly notice, but I do know of the warehouses.
Oh, okay. Did anyone notice them burned?
Anyone notice that? Yes, there was
one sec.
Some nods.
And as he says this, you see, because there's tons of piles of junk and everything, you see this little like head pop up of what appears to be either a child or a halfling. You're not really certain. And suddenly dive underneath this like bundle of junk, essentially. And you kind of see in a very cartoonish way this ruffling as it seems to be trying to make for the escape. And Nori leaps over the counter and dive tackles into this pile, and you see this little like brunette head like make its way out of the door, and he goes, "I've been trying to get him all week."
What was that? Did he just
I don't know. He
needs to go grab him?
No, it's fine. I'll get him next time.
Oh, just like a little scoundrel then that's pestering you.
Yeah, it's fine. Carry on. What were you saying?
We were talking about the warehouses.
Yeah.
And you were going to say what happened when the Iron Quill came and give us some juicy nuggets to help us find them and fuck them up.
Yeah.
Well, really, we're after the Heart of the Tides, if you know about that.
Oh, the Heart of the Tides. Yeah. Yes. No.
You don't know about that?
No.
Someone as steeped in knowledge of everything.
Yeah, no.
As we're looking around this room, you know of all these things, but you don't know about the Heart of the Tides.
Not at all.
Okay, that's
could tell you
great.
about the warehouses. Do you want to hear about the warehouses?
Let's. Is that where they keep the Heart of Tides?
Could be.
Well,
Won't know till you go.
Okay, just tell us what happened.
Okay, so
We don't
the
have
Iron
time
Quills,
for
they
this.
came in and like they just burned these warehouses, but just these 4, and then they went in island. Don't know why.
It was just like they were on a beeline. They knew what they were doing and where they were going.
Yeah, exactly.
They didn't burn all the warehouses,
Nope,
just the 4. And do you know what was in the warehouses?
Yeah, I mean, some of my stuff. I don't really know. It was a shipment coming my way. It didn't make it to me.
And so nothing sort of has been milling about the rumor mill and stuff, and people talking about why they would do that?
I guesses. Probably just trying to loot it.
That seems a little specific for looting.
It
unless they
does.
knew exactly what's in it.
Yeah.
But you don't.
I don't.
Well, that's too bad.
I do.
You do?
I do.
Okay, then. This is a fun conversation. Would you like to tell me?
Nah.
No. Have you ever tried... Do you know what a tidal blossom is?
Ooh. Now.
Now. It is one of the greatest creations to come out of nature. This side of the water.
Wow.
He's going to reach into his satchel and pull out just a little handful, maybe 4 or 5. And they're like these kind of brownie mushrooms that have this glowing blue cap on them.
Those
Right?
look delicious.
Well, they don't taste very good at all, and they're probably going to give you a bit of a tummy ache.
Okay.
But you're going to go somewhere special.
Where?
Wherever you want. And sometimes wherever you don't want.
Okay.
So I'm offering a trade for some information.
Well, I'm not going to tell you what I was having brought in.
Okay.
It was boat stuff.
You boat stuff.
Boat stuff.
You're really doing great at this, Eldric.
We're developing a rapport. You don't always have to lead with your fists. Sometimes.
I'm not saying anything. I'm saying you're doing great, mate. I was trying to give you a
Well,
compliment.
thank you. You're doing great yourself.
I know.
This is Darvin.
Hi.
He hasn't punched anyone in a week, and he's getting a little bit weird.
Oh. Have you tried tackling? Like punching, but with your body.
No.
So you were bringing some stuff in for the boats.
Yeah.
Just like normal, everyday, some cleats, some belaying pins,
Sure.
a little bit of jupe.
It was drugs.
It was drugs. Drugs for the boats. Wow. We should be careful of how much information we share with Nori, I think. Loose lips sink ships, right? You don't teach that here. Okay. Anyways, what kind of drugs?
Oh. And he points like right at the shrooms you've got. Like
drugs.
that. Not like those, but like those. Like
Oh,
those. Yeah,
I was going to say that's a very special variety there.
Yeah.
Eldric, speed it up, mate.
Well, do you have some more information that you can share with me?
No, just I'd go check out the warehouse.
Okay, that's it. And do you have a map of the swamps?
Oh, 1 second. And he starts like digging through and he like pulls out like some paper and stuff. He goes, that might be it. And if it's not that, it's definitely that one.
We'll take them both.
Perfect.
In trade for the mushrooms.
I don't really trust your mushrooms.
Look at them.
I'm looking at them. They're glowing.
Now put a gold piece down.
That's good. That's good. Yeah.
But the mushrooms are pretty good too. If you take some, I'll come back. Take those now. Let me watch you. I'll come back in 40 minutes and see how you're doing.
I'm not going to try those right now.
Okay, that's fine too.
I'm going to try those the moment
Yeah, I'm
you're
not
gone.
going to push it on you. That's fine.
The moment you're gone, he's going to try them for sure. All right, so you've got
Can I just ask one question?
Yeah.
You said we had 5 of the necklaces.
You had 6.
6 of the necklaces.
Yeah.
When everybody leaves, if everybody is indeed going to leave, I want to go back in and try and sell one of the necklaces.
Fantastic.
Okay. I was going to chat with him about the
yeah, go
the
ahead.
shackle.
Yeah, let's do that first.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, as everybody's sort of like heading out, I just quickly approach him and say, Nori, do you have a minute for me to show you a potential relic I found? Something of potential no interest, but not one that I'm well versed in, and maybe someone of your reputation may be able to help. It's not for sale, but what I do show you, before we do, can we agree that we'll keep it under wraps between you and I?
Totally. Yeah. Absolutely. You can roll me an insight check if you like.
Yes, I would like to roll insight.
Perfect.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Nice.
He means it in this moment, but you get a deep suspicion that this is not a person who is great at secrets.
I'm trying to figure out if Mawrow cares if it's a secret or not, or how secretive it needs to be versus the information he wants, who this guy likely knows what it is. It's not going to matter too much longer from now, so Mawrow is going to put it on the counter.
Okay.
And say, what do you make of this?
And he reaches underneath and he pulls out this a little eyepiece and he kind of squints at it, and then he expands it and he keeps extending till it's fairly long. And he's looking at this and he goes, looks like a decorative shackle.
Why would someone decorate a shackle, do you think?
Could be to anchor yourself to your wheel.
Interesting.
Just tie yourself to the wheel. That way you can't fall overboard.
A shackle to hold you in place on your ship. Perhaps on a storm that's coming nearby, or if you don't trust yourself.
Or if there's lightning, and he points to the lightning on the bracelet. Shackle.
Wouldn't... Thank you for your time, Nori.
Yeah.
He puts a gold piece on the counter.
Fantastic. Nori scoops it up.
I hope to speak with you again. This shop is, interesting. It's, I wish I had more time to poke around. Unfortunately, we are on a bit of a timeline, but until then,
yeah.
Thank you. And he turns around and heads out. And,
Fantastic.
Darvin, we'll see you outside.
Yeah, mate, no worries. Archie's gone with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so check this out, and I pull out one of them.
Cool. Sounds good.
And I don't let him see that there's others.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I got this from my friend a while ago, and I know what it is because I know it's from Sire, and it helps you breathe underwater. I'm just wondering if you got any interest in buying it, mate. I know these are pretty rare.
Am I interested in buying it? You're talking to Nori Funds here. I'll buy anything.
Love it. Yeah. How much?
And he takes a look and he puts that eyepiece back in and he takes a look at it and he goes, 200 gold?
Nah, it's worth like at least 6,000.
Okay, sounds good. And he throws it back at you.
Okay.
Do we know what it's actually worth?
Worth probably that.
200 gold?
It's not worth 200 gold. It's worth way more than that.
Oh, okay.
It helps you breathe underwater.
Fair.
All right. You
How
done?
about 1,000?
How about 200?
Fucking people. I just leave.
Tough, yeah. Got to know the price of things.
Gotta know.
Got to know.
All right. So you head out, and Archie says, so what's the plan then?
Well, Archie, what do you know of these warehouses? And I'm not asking for what you know is inside of them. What is the current state of them? Are we allowed to go poking around without being bothered by the gods of this town?
I mean, I could probably get you to the warehouses. Wouldn't be a problem.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think we can do that, Captain. Let's have a look down there.
Should we wait for nightfall, or is this something we can do in the light of day?
We could go right now. You'd probably be able to see better in the day. Actually, I don't know about you. You got cat eyes. What about the rest of you?
I can see in the daytime really well.
Good. Yeah, we can go now if you want.
To the warehouses, then.
Fantastic. So he wanders through and he takes you to the warehouses, and as you approach, you can see that these are warehouses that have sort of been built into the side of these cliffs. It definitely looks like maybe they were used as you've seen similar before. Maybe they were used kind of like as wine cellars, or as to keep things cooler by being built into the edge of these cliffs. And however, the outer buildings have been heavily damaged. Anything that wasn't stone has been very, very burnt. And there's about, it's kind of tough to tell. It looks sort of like a strip mall style, that if this was multiple warehouses, they were all like attached to the, bless you, Dwayne, Gesundheit, that they were all, they were kind of all attached or whatever. So as you approach, there are a couple of guards who are nearby, clearly kind of guarding this area, and they nod at Archie as he walks by, and Archie sort of takes you to the edge of the warehouses, and he plonks himself down on one of the walls that sort of overlooks sort of the sandy beach below, and he goes, "As far as I'll go, stinks in there, but."
So he's on the edge of a wall, and there's a drop on the other side.
Give me a moment to pull up his character sheet. Yep, he sure is.
Okay, just wondering.
Fantastic.
Sue looks over these. He looks over these warehouses. Can he tell what would have lit them up like that?
Yeah, fantastic. Roll me a investigation check.
Investigation or perception?
Investigation, please.
I love Dwayne's bartering for abilities every time.
So 9 on the dice minus 2.
Wonderful.
So 7.
Cool. Probably fire.
Fire.
Yep.
Fire made it go.
Something hot.
Something hot made this go. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Something hot came through here.
Mawrow just looks at Sue for like a really long time.
It actually tracks that Sue wouldn't understand hot things, considering
He makes good
he makes good
sushi.
I think you're right, Sue. That's a good bit of insight. Thank you. Should we
Archie's
split up?
cackling.
Should we split up and look around, see if we can maybe find an old crate that's unburnt or some sort of markings? Any sort of,
What are we best case scenario hoping to find here? Just what they were hoping to find here?
Were they hoping to find something? It sounded like this was attacked, meant to be destroyed. I'm hoping something survived, or at least
Boat drugs.
boat drugs, shipments. A lot of these crates will have the boat's insignia on it.
Yeah, so just some general investigation work. This is fun.
Yeah, Mawrow's just gonna like start going around, taking his daggers and like flipping stuff over and like, you know, picking it up and handling it, maybe smelling stuff to see if like he gets a sense of like, was there not, you know what I mean, like not necessarily kerosene. I know there's probably not kerosene, but you know what I mean, like gunpowder or whatever.
Yeah, roll me an investigation, please, and anyone else who's doing similar.
Can I like? I'm wondering about this enhance ability. Can I touch myself?
19.
You sure can.
It just says touch, so I'm
Yeah,
gonna,
yeah,
I'm gonna
you
spell
can
the
cast
spell
it on
set.
yourself, yeah.
Okay, and then I'm gonna
19.
use it for.
Fantastic.
I guess that would be to my intelligence roll.
Yes.
Then. Yeah.
15 for Eldric.
15.
16 plus my investigation.
Yeah.
Plus 3, 19.
19. Wonderful. And are you?
He's still
Sue?
He's still
He's still
pouting.
pouting.
He's just like, okay,
Fantastic.
well, stuff went burning.
Okay,
Things got hot.
So lazy. She's fire.
Yeah. So, Eldric, you find just a lot of what appears to have been like wooden beams that have fallen down, and the two of you notice. Sorry, Mawrow and Darvin. You notice something very interesting, which is that the beams have been left here. This has been 2 months, and there's been no attempts at cleanup. These would have been very valuable warehouses so close to the docks, and with their positioning, there's no other warehouses that back into cliffs. So unless people have dug, wine cellars type storage, which is very possible, it does seem strange that these were not repaired. The other thing you notice is that as you're moving things, probably using Eldric's strength and Darvin's strength as well, you're finding a lot of beams, you're finding a lot of structure, you're not finding a lot of supply. No crates, no.
Do we get a sense of whether there was supply here and it's all been removed versus it was just like destroyed?
You yourself have been in these warehouses before. You have come to drop stuff off, and you have come to pick stuff up.
Okay.
And yeah, these are typically pretty busy, both legitimate and illegitimate.
Eldric, I think you may have been right in that they were here rather to collect than to destroy. Question is, what were they after? What sort of drugs, based on Nori's information, would they be after and why?
Something powerful would be the guess.
Something
expensive
manipulative?
and manipulative.
Maybe magic.
Something magic.
Magic drugs.
Interesting.
Time of day is it right now?
By now, it would be later afternoon.
Still light out.
Still light out, and actually, the way the sun it has moved, you're getting a decent amount of sunshine coming through and into this area of the warehouse. It's quite eerie in its own way, but it's fairly well lit. Anyone who'd like to continue moving back into the warehouses more can roll me another investigation.
Can I be checking for a trap door into like a basement or something like that?
Absolutely, roll me an investigation, please.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'm gonna continue poking around. So you said it goes deeper. Like, can I go deeper into this like cave system
absolutely.
essentially? Okay.
I'll go with him too, for sure.
17 for me.
Fantastic.
11
11.
for Mawrow.
Are you rolling?
It's a nat 20 on the dice.
Oh, is it a nat 20 on the
yeah,
dice? Fantastic.
yeah.
And is Eldric
big deal.
doing the search or?
-2.
Minus 2. Nat 20 is
He
supreme.
rolled a 2, so he's not doing much.
He's
of
not
a
doing
search.
much at all. Yeah, he's looking up. Yeah, so with that nat 20, you do see, as you're kind of moving your head around, you do see what looks like almost like a false back to this cliff right at the back of the warehouse.
Well, it looks like there's like almost like something beyond the burned part of this thing here.
What do you mean? Like they've hidden something?
It might be. It looks like it backs right into the mountain. Or
Can the
cliff.
guards see where we're at?
No, the guards are, so it's sort of like this narrow walkway along the front of these warehouses, and the guards are well down the walkway.
Sue, mate, what have you found over there?
Yeah. What should we do with this? Do you think?
Well, let's go have a look.
Are you saying that maybe the fire was a cover-up to create an easy-to-use access point that no one's going to be messing with for a while?
Maybe. Yeah.
Question is, why would nobody mess with it? Is because it's owned by a more powerful figure. They're not willing to repair the area. Like they were.
Feels like nobody's really wanting to mess with Iron Quill too much.
What if it's burnt? If everything's burnt, then nobody's going to come up here and loot anything. There's nothing in here, right? But if there's like
It's a desirable area of town, right in front of the docks, perfect for trade. Why not rebuild?
it's a good question. Maybe it's
Would we know who owns these, or these just like? Oh no, you said there is no government here.
There's not really a government. There's an inner circle, and that inner circle is
Like a co-op.
there is a
Does anybody have
That's
a
cute.
membership card?
roll me a history.
While he's pondering that, I call over to Archie and I'm like, Archie, who owns this property? Who owns these warehouses?
I mean, it's sort of run by the inner circle, and
The co-op.
Are you part of the inner circle?
nah.
Perfect.
What'd you roll?
3. I know nothing about anything.
You
and
know
I'm doing
nothing about anything ever.
So Sue's going to go up to the. Can I go move through to the false back of this
Yeah,
thing and just kind of
absolutely.
have a little more of a look?
Yeah, as you make your way, you notice that this appears to. There's a very faint texture difference to this stone that almost looks like it's shaped like a doorway.
Captain, come and look at this.
I come over.
Also, like,
Interesting.
while this is going on, I just want to quickly say to everybody, I'm not going to have to say it out loud, but I'm just going to tell the whole party, because Archie can't really hear us, I'm assuming.
Yeah, not really.
Yeah, I'm just going to tell everybody about the necklaces and how they help us breathe underwater, because I haven't got to tell you guys that.
All right.
So you are all aware of that now, and I'm going to divvy them up so each one of us has one.
Fantastic.
Beautiful.
Eldric doesn't need one because he can do that anyways.
Oh, that's cool. I'm going to sell them all then.
I go over to where Sue is.
Sue's gonna grab his kind of just his head and just kind of just ever so gently tilt like grab like hook his little thumbs behind the ears of the cat. and then just kind of see. Do you see the difference in the shimmer of like look at the wall where it's like it's like this firm, and then you look at where this it almost looks like it's a false door here. The difference in the shade, like look back and forth.
I see it.
Do you see it?
Sue,
See it?
roll for purr.
He's desperately trying not to purr right now as he's like rubbing the back of his ears. He's like, don't purr. Don't you purr.
He's gonna start to rub his thumbs into the back of his ears. See his tail starting to twitch.
It's like starting to flick a little bit.
As they're doing that, I run up right beside them and I just hit the wall with the backside of my axe as hard as I can, my great axe.
Fantastic. Roll me an attack. First attack of the game.
On a wall.
is hard.
18.
No.
It hits. Roll damage. I'm not going to make you roll damage. It caves in. This is actually a door that has been very carefully painted.
Oh. He smashes
Well,
through it.
that was easy.
Sue. Forget it. Let's go in.
Right, Captain.
I feel a little bit better about something because I just finally got to hit
Finally
something.
got to
break
hit
something.
Yeah. Perfect. So you head in.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you head down a stone staircase, and you can hear as you go down the staircase the sound of water getting a little bit louder, and you open into what appears to be a cave system. And you've seen cave systems like this before in your less legal work. This does appear to be sort of like a smuggler's cave system. To your left, you can hear what appears to be water, and upon a little further investigation, it does seem to be a place like a side entrance where maybe a smaller rowboat could have entered. And to your right, there's sort of some. Initially, they kind of look like glowing stones. However, Eldric, with your experience, you recognize them to be various types of sort of bioluminescent algae and mushrooms and stuff. None of them are your mushrooms. Yes, probably quite hopeful. And then in front is a larger, what looks to be larger, like a warehouse.
A warehouse inside the cave system?
Inside the cave system.
Is this one, I'm assuming, is intact?
This one is more intact. It also looks like it's been fairly well picked over. However, there's a couple of chests as well as sort of in the back left corner, what appears to be a very nice leather cloak hanging up.
Interesting. Mawrow will investigate the cloak.
Fantastic. As you approach the cloak to investigate it, do you reach out to touch it?
Yeah, I mean, eventually I would. I would like suss it out first and just kind of like look around, make sure it's not like booby trapped. It's not his first rodeo.
Roll me an investigation.
Okay. There's 17, 18. 5, 6, 7, 18.
Sorry, we have people giggling over booby traps over here.
Boobs.
In the cloak?
You're slapped with titties.
17. You are just about to reach out to touch it when you notice it move as if taking in a breath. And with that, I need us to all roll initiative.
I knew it was coming.
Santa Maria.
I need to put on the combat music.
Oh, good. My
I
initiative
have
is
one.
nothing.
Talk around me.
The barbarian got 20.
I've been rolling such shit lately that it doesn't even matter. I
Oh,
got
yeah,
8.
Well, I guess plus my knit is 12, so 12.
I really have like probably the worst stats of any character I've ever built.
Oh, that's cute.
I think 12 of my skills are +0.
Oh yeah, she's coming in. I'm so glad we have
coming in
minis.
hot. We got
Chelsea's
minis.
We have minis.
bringing a
Don't
fold
break
out.
your minis.
Chelsea's bringing out a fold-out book.
Who's gonna
that has
backflip?
a map.
Oh, careful, you're brittle.
I'm not brittle.
You should.
He's back.
What?
We can't hear you.
Place yourself, put it on the microphone and say the words.
Okay, so
First of all, where'd you get this kick-ass book that you can just fold out? It's huge. It's like a tome.
Oh,
and you fold it out, and it's like battle maps.
you'll have to flip it up so I can see what it is. But I got it from Aaron at Black Tower and Courtney Comox. It's awesome. It's these books of battle maps, and there's a couple. But
So good.
Cool.
yeah,
You see?
Where are we?
I have
Backflipped right
placed
into
my
that.
mini. Oh, sorry.
This is where we came in.
that's where you came in.
Okay. Where?
Fantastic. So in the center, there are these sort of those rocks are kind of like pillars.
This is too crazy.
And I
was like, that music's way too
funky.
epic for like a cloak.
This is going to be
Sorry.
a funky battle.
This one's by Bardify. It's called
that's-
Low Level Combat. I was like,
Fantastic.
let's
It's
try
not a cloak, that's a flying manta ray.
as you
it. It was a cloak.
as you go, as you're standing behind it, it turns on you, and it lets out this strange, low, almost a moan that rises into a shriek. And I need everybody in the room to please roll me a wisdom saving throw, DC 13.
Wisdom save. Oh man, I only have a
Something there.
plus 1 to
+3.
wisdom.
+3, it's something.
Ooh, 13
16, 19.
Oh, sorry, 15
Did something.
for Mawrow.
Fantastic.
9.
9. Okay.
11.
11. Okay, so Mawrow and Eldric, you are both immune to fear from this creature for the next 24 hours.
I am awesome.
However, Darvin and Sue, you are both frightened. You have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls, while the source of your fear is within the line of sight. And you can't willingly move closer to the source of your fear.
Oh, no, this is a problem.
At the end of your turn, you will be able to roll another wisdom saving throw.
That's
All right.
great because I'm a barbarian and I'm so wise.
Fantastic. So, where were we at on our
Initiative?
Yeah, initiative.
I was 13.
13,
21.
21,
Rush, do you remember what your initiative was?
I got a nat 20.
nat 20.
I got an 8, so I'm down low.
Lasties.
You're down there. And plus,
How do I fight with this guy?
and
Oh,
we
yeah,
are right
Yeah,
here.
I'm reading over my stuff too. I was like, oh, I'm having fun. Oh, wow, I forgot how he works.
I haven't
Fantastic.
used this guy.
Alrighty, so Darvin, you are up. You cannot move closer while it is within a line of sight.
It's a cloaker? Oh,
Well,
God.
I'm going to...
You don't know that?
Oh, I mean, yeah, it's fine.
It's a
Just a
cloaker.
cloak.
I'm going to rage.
Okay, sounds good.
And then I'm going to get behind that pillar, that rock.
Fantastic.
So it was like a rage, but I was like, I'm mad, but...
Fantastic.
And... That's it. That's what I'm going to do for now.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, it is the cloaker's turn. The cloaker is going to now that it's turned towards you, you can see that while its back looks like a cloak, it does have this face that was tucked underneath. And it has this almost humanistic face, almost like a mask planted over it, with this long, elongated mouth that is stretched open with these huge teeth, and this tail that's flicking behind it. Very much how Mawrow's tail was flicking earlier. However, it has barbs on the end of this tail.
Wonderful.
Elong mouth.
Cool. Should be fine.
And it is going to try to bite you. So that is an 12 to hit.
I think that's missed. 13, yep.
Fantastic. So it attempts to bite you and it misses.
Oh,
And
yes.
sorry, at the end of my turn, was I supposed to roll to see if...
Oh, yes, please.
Yeah.
Please roll a wisdom saving throw.
13?
Yeah, meets it, beats it. You are no longer afraid.
Oh.
Sweet.
Fantastic.
God, we needed that.
You are now also immune to its moan attack. I didn't know. I didn't call it that. You are now also immune to it for the next 24 hours. So if it does it again, you will not be affected by it.
And what does that sound like?
I'm not going to be doing that. Why don't we?
Can I use my lube attack?
Immediately
Can I
thought of
get
tripod. But yeah, so it has attempted to bite you, and it has failed. So it is now Sue's turn.
Well, Sue's afraid of this thing, so he's just gonna like try to push himself against like as far away as he can. But he's gonna cast Hunter's Mark on it.
Fantastic. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Want to move him, Tash?
So that would be
where you
that'll be my
Far
move
away.
action, just against the wall.
Does Hunter Mark only benefit you, or does it benefit your companions? I can't remember.
I think it's just me.
I think it's just you.
And then with that being the end of my turn, I can roll to see if I can.
Yeah, a wisdom saving throw. DC 13.
So 11 on the dice plus 4, so that would be 15.
You are also no longer frightened. As your hunter's mark hits your target, it's almost like you get your confidence back, and you know what you're up to. You know what you're doing. You're sous chef. Like
That's
you're
right.
you're not afraid of no cloak, and you are now immune as well.
Cool.
Fantastic. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes, it has to be.
Fantastic. Mawrow, it is your turn.
Mawrow's going to reach into his magic bag of tricks, pull out some crystals, and throw them into the air to surround the cloaker with a cast of fairy fire, is what I'm doing. So essentially, it needs to make a dexterity save. 14.
17 on the dice.
Okay, does it... a cube is each creature in the cube, if it fails... okay, doesn't work if they succeed, so that's good. Otherwise, we would have advantage, so I don't have advantage on my attack. My skill set gives me an extra attack if I'm making an attack, so I'm just going to run up to it and do a standard attack with my daggers.
Fantastic.
But using a bonus action, I'm going to use my... it's like some spell that gives his daggers a little more power. What is it called? The spell is called True Strike. It's a
Strike,
bonus,
perfect.
yeah, it's a bonus action. Just gives me a D6 instead of a D4.
Fantastic.
So I roll to attack with the daggers, plus 5. 24.
That will hit.
So it's 1d6 plus... Where's my True Strike? I think it's plus 3. I'll look it up after, but... so 5, I think.
Right, 5 damage.
Plus 2. No, that's my short bow. Hold on, I'm looking it up.
And just to record
Yeah,
as
1d6
well,
plus 3. 5.
as I went into rage, I chose wolf.
Okay, perfect. Sounds good. The salmon is gone.
No, that stays up too.
Oh, wow.
I'm using 2024 rules, you guys.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
Wow, wolf, and you can keep your salmon up. That's amazing.
Can we just mix them like that? Something going to happen? Are we going to tear the
don't know.
time-space continuum?
I'll allow it.
I thought I had something with my defensive flourish, but I don't. Yeah, that's me. I would move.
No.
I stay.
No,
Okay,
let's move
sounds
on.
good. Eldric, it is your turn.
Eldric's going to go, boo, boo, boo.
What does that mean?
What is that? What's
He's going to move around over there. He
Okay.
just ran around, so he's kind of like, he's not really in half cover or anything. He's just,
Was he afraid?
Well, he is. He's in front
I
of
was
that
going to say, you
boulder.
actually, you would be.
You weren't afraid.
You're behind a
I'm
pillar.
not afraid.
No,
I'm
he's not afraid.
I'm not trying to get half cover. I'm just being over here in case I want to get half cover later.
Okay,
Oh, well,
perfect.
Sue's got
It looks
full
cooler.
cover.
Yeah, and I just,
Stepped right in
I
front
like
of me.
Sue. He smells nice.
Perfect.
Um,
Actually, are you considered large? Is your size considered? Sorry, I'm talking to Eldric.
That's the way he
not
walks.
I don't know. I don't know why I just turned Adam
Depends
Sandler
if he's
there,
in
but,
4K or not.
It's I'll have to do some research on that.
I was just
probably.
curious
I
because
think-
if you are considered a
I
size
think
larger
not.
than
I think they're
Sue,
still
okay, still
I think
medium.
They're still not. Yeah.
Just curious. Okay, and what's your move?
He is going to throw up both of his hands, and no, he's not going to do that first. It doesn't really matter. There is going to be this big kind of purple blue, long, disgustingly wet-looking tentacle, spectral tentacle, appear out of nowhere, right beside that cloak, over there.
That's where the tentacle comes up, right next to him?
Tasha's putting a marker on
Yes.
Yeah, we have a marker on the board now, right next to it.
And that tentacle is just gonna smack the shit out of the cloak.
Okay, sounds
Maybe.
the board.
good.
Slap it.
Depending on how I roll.
It definitely will.
Good
Natural
luck.
20.
For
Here
sure.
it goes.
8 plus 6 is 14.
Meets it. Yeah.
Yay.
Meets it. I did something.
You did it, Dad. You did it.
When it counted.
Yeah.
And he's going to take a 1d8 plus 3 damage, which gives me a total of 8 points of damage on that. And that is cold. That is really cold.
Okay, sounds
Oh,
good.
it's cold.
Gold tentacle.
Old tentacle.
That is his bonus action, known as Tentacle of the Deeps.
Fantastic.
And now for his main action, he is going to start summoning some sparkly, powerful things in his hands and cast 2 Eldritch Blasts towards him at the same time.
Okay,
Two beams of Eldritchness.
fantastic.
And those are going to be 2 melee attacks. One is a natural 20,
That'll hit.
and one is a 15 plus 6 is a 21.
Fantastic. Yeah, so go ahead and roll damage.
How do I do that? Okay, these are 1d10 plus 3. 1d10 plus 3. For the first one is going to give me 8 points. And then
Double damage.
and then the other one I'm going to roll the double damage on is is 6 points
6 points.
on that one. And because that is Eldritch Blast, I get to use some of my Eldritch invocations. So that little puppy is going to get knocked 10 feet back, which basically is just going to shove him back into the corner.
Yeah, perfect.
Only another 5 feet.
Russ, could you move him just back into the corner?
And it's also going to take another 3 points of force damage with my agonizing blast. And his movement is reduced. Its movement is reduced by 10 feet until the end of my next turn.
Okay, sounds good.
And that is that.
Amazing. All right, so back to the top of the round then. It is Darvin's turn.
Okay, so Darvin is raging and just really pissed off, but he's just a little too far away. So he's going to come up behind Mawrow, which then gives him, because I have Wolf active, he now has advantage on attacks.
Fantastic.
As long as we stay within 5 feet of each other.
Okay.
40 was my movement speed, and I counted it out right to there.
Okay, perfect.
So as long as we stay next to each other, he's got advantage on attacks.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Cool.
And anybody else would as well, as long as they're in 5 feet.
Sweet. Sounds good.
All right.
Are you going to do anything else?
No, there's nothing else I can really... That's the problem with the barbarian. Not
Yeah.
much to do.
No.
All I do is hit things.
Yeah, I know. Margaret knows. But yeah, so you move in close, and as you move in close, Mawrow, you feel safer and you feel more confident with Darvin close, and you're not totally sure why, but yeah. So you will now have advantage on attacks while you two are close.
Nice. Oh yeah.
It is now the cloaker's turn. The cloaker seems to shudder and then almost like shed its skin as two identical versions of the cloaker appear in front of you. And they start to sort of like swirl and bend around each other. And as it has cast Phantasm, you now see 3 of the cloakers.
Interesting.
And that is its turn.
Where do you want them?
Just side by side. Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
All right. And it is now Sue's turn.
Okay. Distance-wise, I'm going to cast, I think it's called Zephyr Strike.
Yeah.
And so what that does is it makes me move like the wind.
Ooh.
So it gives me an extra, well, I can do a double dash, or I can use this. So we'll use this. And then I think, well, because my walking speed is 30 feet. So if I could move up 30 feet, that would be...
Ash, can you move Dwayne up 30 feet, please?
So that would be, yeah. And then go another 30 feet. Yeah, just right up, right underneath it, actually, if I could get right underneath one of these things here. So in that...
Okay.
What this does, and I have got my daggers. I'm gonna take out my daggers, and so if I hit this thing, it gives me. Hang on one second, I gotta check this out. So I get advantage. Do I get advantage on the roll? I think. Bear with me. So I got two daggers. So I'm gonna try to hit this thing. Try to hit it and see if I can hit with my one hand. So 16 plus 7.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a 1d6 and a 1d8. Plus I have Hunter's Mark, which is another d6.
Fantastic.
So I've got 4, 7, 8, 9. Plus, so I get a plus 4, so 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 for the one hand.
Okay. Sorry, yeah, go ahead and do your second attack.
Okay. So that would be 5 and 7. 5 and 7 on my second attack. 5 and 7 is 12.
All right, and I need you to roll me a d6, please.
It's a 2.
A 2, fantastic. As you slash 1, 2, you notice that your daggers are not doing the damage you thought it would, and you notice as this cloaker shudders and disappears from existence.
Well, Sue's gonna yell out, "It's not this one!"
Nice. So we take one of the things off the board?
Yeah, you can take the whichever one.
Okay, and that'll be the end of my turn.
Fantastic. All right. And then it is Mawrow's turn.
Mawrow's going to use... You can, like, quickly communicate with others in combat, right?
Yeah, you have 6 seconds, so it's kind of whatever's reasonable.
Right. I'm basically just yelling out to Darvin, like, am I good to run up to it? Are you going to follow me?
Yeah, I'll follow you, mate. Don't worry.
Because I still want the advantage, but I can't hit it from there, right? So...
Yeah.
You could hit this one.
Can I?
Well, yeah, you could move 1 square and hit diagonal, correct?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So you would still be within 5.
Okay,
So maybe a
I'll do
5,
that
5,
then.
yeah.
I'll do that. And you just want to move me into that position. So as I'm moving into position, I cast Fairy Fire again. It needs to make another con save.
Fantastic.
I think it's a 14. Or dex save, not con.
Okay. That's an 11.
11 fails. I need a 14. So now that one is lit, and any creature that attacks it has advantage to hit it. So it's the blue,
Fantastic.
the blue cube. I'm going to use my extra attack to hit it with my dagger again, using the True Strike. Oh, and I roll with advantage. So that was a 9, and that was an 18 with bonus. Will definitely hit. So. 1d6 plus 5, 6, 7, 8 again.
8? Okay, and roll me a d4, please.
Okay, where's my little d4? There it is. Ooh, 3.
3. It hisses and rears back as your daggers, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, as your daggers strike true, and the duplicate disappears.
Nice. I yell out,
Oh, nice.
the glowing one is the one to attack.
It's the only one left.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't see the other one disappear.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
But it would be glowing.
Yes, yeah. Perfect.
Cool.
Fantastic. It is now Eldric's turn.
Eldric is going to use his movement to zip up against that far wall, but still stay back in range. He's got his tentacle there, so he's going to move it right up to the cloaky thing. And he's going to reuse his bonus action to reattack with that.
Remember, you have advantage.
Oh, I have advantage. Good. Didn't help. But 11 plus 6 is 17, which probably, hopefully,
It hits.
hits. And that's going to give me a 1d8 plus 3. 4 points damage on that for my tentacle bonuser. And then I'm going to repeat what I did last time and just shoot my 2 rays of cold frostiness.
Careful.
Eldritch Blast.
Careful with
no natural ones.
No one, Dairy Queen.
No, I got what am I rolling? Eldritch Blast is plus 6. I got an 18 and I got an 11.
18 hits, 11 does not.
18 hits, and that is a 1d10 plus 3.
Wait, those are both attacks, though, right? You got to roll them both with advantage because it's still glowing.
Oh, okay. So the 18 hits for sure.
So the 18
but roll
hits
again
for
and you
sure,
get a nat 20.
and I got a 14 plus 6 is 20.
That will hit.
Okay, so now I'm rolling damage for both of them, and they're both a 1d10 plus 3.
This is a 1-minute spell, by the way, and I am keeping track of rounds.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
And I rolled 8 on both of them, so 11 times 2 is 22 points of damage.
Ooh. It felt that as it hits, it clips one of the wings, and one of the wings is no longer keeping it up in the same way. It definitely appears to be as best as like a, as you said, someone said earlier, kind of like a manta ray. This is a manta ray would kind of be flailing in the air. It definitely appears to be quite enraged at this point, and is dripping this kind of like dark black, like ichor.
Lovely.
Eldric, is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, yes it is.
All right, back to the top of the round. Darvin, it is your turn.
All right, let's do this. I'm going to run right into it, which would still give these guys
Perfect.
advantage. And I've got 2-hand strike with my axes, as you could probably guess from the figure.
Yeah, perfect.
And I have advantage as well because it's glowing.
Fantastic.
Ooh. Oh. Nat 20.
Ooh.
Woo. Yeah, absolutely.
So with the first, I get 1d12 plus 3 plus 3 because I'm raging.
Ooh, okay, go
'Cause
ahead.
it says plus 3 in here, and I just checked, but you also get your strength advantage in rage, right? That's what it says anyway.
It would be like attached to your, like it's 1d12 plus 3, and then
that's-
your rage damage. Yeah.
Yeah, so then rage on top of that.
Yeah, exactly.
okay.
And with your nat 20, you double your dice.
Double it, yeah.
But just the dice, not the
Not the
rage
number.
and the strength.
Yeah.
Oh. 14 points on the first. And then do I roll again for the other hand?
Yeah. Are you doing two one-handed?
It's two-hand attack, yeah.
You're doing your first hand now.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Do I
then you
roll
would-
again to attack again?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
correct.
okay.
Wait, but finish your extra
yeah.
dice for the natural 20 because you only rolled ones.
Or did you double your dice?
Oh, no, I doubled it, yeah.
You doubled. Yeah. Yeah.
I doubled it, yeah. So that was 14 points.
14. Amazing. Okay. Yeah. And go ahead roll for your second attack then.
16?
16 will hit.
1d6 plus 3 plus 3. Ooh. That's a 6. It's got a... I think that's a 6.
That's a 6. Yeah.
Yeah, a 6, 9, 10, 11, 12.
How do you want to do this?
Oh!
Yes.
So
First skill of the game.
Sorry, I missed it.
you said it had a face on its underside, kind of?
Yeah. Right at the front.
So I kind of slide in like almost like a kind of a half like lunge, and I've actually got the blades facing the other way, but I'm underarming them, and I just wrench up right into its up like this, right into its face, and I just bury both of them like 1, 2 right into its face, and I pull it down and slam it into the ground.
Fantastic. Yeah. And as you do, that similar like moan screech noise that you heard earlier starts to emanate from its chest as it breathes its last. And the ground around you is it's flooded with that same black ichor, but it is no more.
I piss on it.
Wait, hold on, hang on a sec here. Like, is this thing? Can I use this for sushi later on down?
Not now, mate.
What are you doing?
Roll me a survival.
Meat check.
A pee check.
Sorry, and I'll show you all. I had it as a 3-4 for the rolls earlier. Sorry,
14?
Sue. 14. Yeah, this at first glance looks like a manta ray. As you approach with the black ichor and everything, you recognize this to be an aberration.
Oh, okay, yeah. You piss on it. Go ahead.
Yeah, fuck you.
From the top of the stairs, you hear someone call down, "You right in there?"
How far are those stairs? Pretty far.
Very far.
Yeah.
They're about
100
22 seconds away.
Yeah.
Does it sound like Archie?
It does sound like Archie.
Okay. Yeah, we're okay.
All right, holla if you need anything.
Yeah. So should we head up the stairs?
Is that the stairs?
where we came in.
That's where
that's
we came in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and to the right, you can see that sort of like cave of like iridescent like fungi and stuff. And then on the left-hand side, close to the stairs, is where the waterway would have been.
Do you think this is guarding something?
It must be. Well,
Roll me an intelligence, anyone who's pondering this.
yes.
Well, I could, but why?
12.
12,
6.
It's 12.
6,
About
22,
7.
22 for
22.
5 minus 2. So 3.
I'm still just laughing at it. Like,
He's still trying to figure out how he could dissect the jacket.
Fantastic. Yeah, Captain Mawrow, you this was not guarding something. You would guess this probably came in on a ship or on a shipment. This area, as you look around it, you see some like human remains now that you're glancing about better. And it does appear that probably someone came along to try and loot it and didn't end up so well off.
Yeah, I'd relay that to everybody. I don't think that's here protecting anything. It doesn't mean that there isn't anything down here for us to find, though. I don't suspect anybody that's come in here recently has managed to leave, however. Perhaps part of the reason nobody has been anxious to rebuild the area.
Can I search the bodies that are around?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me an investigation.
Should we be looting, Captain?
I got 1.
There's not much to loot. We'll leave
You're still
Darvin
busy
at it.
laughing and peeing on it.
So what were we doing? We were coming in here to just I guess investigate. You saw a hidden door, so it was
Yeah.
Can we push in further? Is there anything else?
Yeah,
in here?
is this real? Does this live here? Does this go down there?
That does not live there. That's as you roll me an investigation.
As we're just looking around.
Just exactly. Anyone who's peering around.
Looking around. Natural
17
17.
for Mawrow.
Perfect.
Nine.
9.
Yeah.
2.
2. So once again, Mawrow, you're kind of the only one clocking things in here. Maybe some people were thrown by the demonic cloak. You do peer into some of the crates that were left, and you see what at first appears to be actually a batch of cloaks. And I'm sure for a moment you have this worry, panic, before clocking the fact that the cloaker from before would not have folded up small enough to fit into one of these. However, probably came in on a similar shipment. And as you're looking at it, you have this moment where you realize that it's very strange that cloaks would be in here. And you start running your hands along the lining, and you feel packets of something sewn in the lining. So
classic. He pulls it out and takes his dagger, holds it up, and kind of eyeballs it a bit with a smirk on his face, knowing the game.
Yeah.
Perfectly puts his dagger in where the seam would be, and just opens it up to where the
fantastic. Yeah, you do find packets of various contraband, both very rare spices as well as some drugs. As you go through the various crates over the next little while, you do find some things that will, if brought back to, if taken to the right person, would probably be worth about 500 gold.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he'll collect it. I don't think he would know, or we would all know a fair bit of this sort of stuff. This is not new to us.
This could have just as easily been your own shipment. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We look at the boxes and it's
The scurvy lady right now. Wait a second.
Wait a minute.
Looks like we're getting paid twice.
but the box has been smashed up, and so I think it says curvy lady.
I thought it said the scurvy lad. So
The curvy lad.
the curvy lad.
Well, other than a couple boxes with a bit of a payday, there's not much in here, is there?
No.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, maybe we'll head back out.
Everybody grab a cloak and away we go.
Fantastic. Yeah. So you all come out with your new cloaks. Some of you probably with 2.
I wanted to just be as we're going up the stairs. Can I investigate the area with the crystals?
Yeah. So the crystals are definitely map decoration. As you go in closer, you notice that they are bioluminescent algae and mushrooms and
cool.
stuff.
Yeah. Anything else in here?
Roll me an investigation.
Who, me? 13.
13. You find a scrap of paper.
Oh, I best give this to Captain.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Can't read.
Yeah. So you give it to your captain.
Captain, look, I got. What's this say?
Here, let's have a read.
It's in a series of symbols and swirls and patterns that you don't recognize, but is written in a way that is clearly lines of some kind of code.
It's draconic.
Do I get a sense of a language, or is it a cipher of some kind?
This feels like a cipher. Do any of you know Thieves' Cant?
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Thieves can't what?
So if you're looking at it, you recognize that this is not Thieves' Cant, but it has that sort of like almost that vibe to it, that feel.
Hoboglyphs.
I would relate that to the captain.
Fantastic.
Interesting. Makes sense to be found in a hidden area behind this wall. Keep the contrabands away from the city. Their own little waterway to get it out of town without anybody noticing. Probably an order or a some sort of agreement for a pickup, payments. Let's hold on to this. Maybe we find more.
We can definitely check out the symbols as we go.
We can. I don't know if this relates to the Iron Quill, but it could.
Told feels a little bit too, I don't know, like civilian for Iron
Yes.
Quill.
Agreed.
This is just like daily stuff. It's not like
Potentially something of leverage for us, though. I would say the next area, and I'm all ears, might be to investigate this lake area. I understand we would probably want to do that with caution based on the tales we've heard so far. Screams.
might
and
even
lights and
suggest
stuff.
we go back to the ship and pick up a couple more.
Oh, agreed. I'm not saying right now. That's our next step. Unless we can somehow talk to Blackthorn, but it seems unlikely unless our friend Archie can be persuaded.
Darvin has a glint in his eye finally.
Yeah, so is Archie anywhere close to me right now?
Not where you're standing right now.
No, but we're on our way out, right?
Yeah, you're on your way out. Yeah, so as you tread through and back out through the warehouse with your new cloaks, you come out and Archie is not standing immediately nearby. However, you notice him standing near the dock wardens, having a chat.
Classic. All about timing, Darvin.
Well, he said we could see him tomorrow. Like that was the, he said like within a day or so that we could go see the captain. So what's the rush?
I'm not convinced Archie is truthful in what he says.
Still wants a date with Thal.
I think he's an Iron Quill.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Like a mole.
No, I think he's a boy, Captain.
But his ear just like flicks a little bit, his tail.
I'm playing the character. My character is really dumb.
What I meant, Darvin, is they have someone on the inside working for them who appears to be not what they seem. It's a saying, a mole.
Chelsea's just losing it right now.
We're DM-less for a few minutes.
Play without me.
It was all in the timing. Come on.
Oh God, it was so good. Carry on.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, right. I know what you mean, Captain. Yeah, there's just something a bit.
There's something off, isn't there?
Yeah, something not right about that fucking kid. Other than the fact that I want to, see him take his last breath as I hold his head underwater. But there's just something not right about him.
He does seem to know a lot of of information.
Yeah, a little bit too much, and he's a bit cocky.
Yeah.
He can't hear us, right? Because we've like.
Yeah. I assumed you were.
Yeah, we're not just like stood next to the guards. Yeah, and what do you guards think of him too?
Yeah, exactly.
They
So,
probably hate him too. Oh.
as you say this, there's a roar of laughter from the guards around Archie.
Fucking
Great. Well, perhaps we retire to the ship for the night. Check in on
Aye.
Val.
Sounds like a good idea. I just gotta go and pick up my clay pot of stew bisque
Bisque.
on the way back.
You very clearly said it was
I
bisque.
know.
It's gone from chowder to stew to biscuit.
And it's not soup.
We'll meet you back at the ship then.
No problem.
Can I walk up to Archie and give him one of the stones out of my pouch that I told you about last time?
Oh yeah.
Got my little stones.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just want to give him one. Hey Archie, when I was down here, found this, mate. Maybe it's worth something. I don't know. Take a look at it. And they're kind of decorated a little bit.
Yeah. Looks like a rock.
Yeah, it's for you, mate. Thanks a lot for helping out today.
Ah, it's good you keep it.
All right. I'll give it back to you one day. Don't worry.
Yeah, count on it. He's meeting your
Give you the
eye.
nod.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, alrighty.
It was a thermonuclear reactor.
Perfect. Okay, so you're headed back to your ship. Mm-hmm. And as you're headed back to the ship, you can hear what sounds like very familiar sea shanties being sung in a very cheerful voice.
Been a long day.
And as you climb aboard your ship, you can see a little bit of a sweaty looking Thal, but she looks surprisingly good. She looks like she's probably having an all right time, and she's got like an oversized, like someone's clearly given her a sweater, and she's sitting there and she's kind of singing, and Lyria's sitting nearby, and you can see Alar the rigger is kind of up a little bit, but is also keeping a watchful eye, and while she's singing, she's not really looking at anyone. She's clearly on her own journey, but she seems like she's doing fine. What would you all be doing as you're boarding your ship? Where are you headed to for the night?
Sue is he's just gonna go back and get the pot from the goblin.
Fantastic. Yeah, Skreek.
Skreek, yeah.
Yeah.
He just wanted to know, like, was the 6 gold that he had paid me, was that worth his? Did he make his 6 gold plus back? I was wondering how much profit he made.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to talk to him a little bit about that and see how he did.
Fantastic. Yeah. So you get there, and Skreek has got a brand, like a super clean pot for you there, ready to go. And he's like, it sold well. It sold really good. Yeah, I mean, you knew it would.
I knew it would, but I was just wondering, like, did you make the profit that you needed to off of it to actually make it worth us?
I mean, what do you think?
Well, I kind of figured. How much more did you make other than the 6?
I mean, that would be giving away my secrets.
Come on.
I know.
It'll always be 6, no matter what. No matter what. I was just wondering, like,
I made double.
Awesome. That's what I wanted to know.
Yeah.
Right?
And it was just salty enough, taste of the sea. People kept ordering more drinks. It was worth it. It was worth it. It was a good time.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll see you next time.
Yeah. Well, something for the road for you. And he plops a bottle of mead up on the. He goes, "That's my own personal brew. It's a family secret, and you enjoy."
Awesome. Fist bump on the way out, and
fist bump on the way out, and and as you head out, you've got this. You can mark down that you have a bottle of Skreek's family mead, and it has what looks like a little grasshopper on it, a little decoration on the bottle for you there.
I go up to Zarak, and I just mentioned, like, he doesn't talk, right?
Yeah, Zarek, I realized, because we did the crew description separately, and then I didn't mention it during the actual gameplay. Zarek is a 6'5" drow with like bright red eyes and like pitch black skin and pitch black hair and everything. Or it might be white hair. I haven't got the picture up in front of me.
White hair. Yeah.
White hair, yeah. But yeah, he does not have a tongue, so he does not speak.
Yeah, so I go up to Zarak and I say, "Hey, Zarak, mate. And I give him the description of Archie.
Yeah.
Keep an eye out, mate. If you're up on the dock here and just, walking around the ship, just keep an eye out for this fucking kid."
Sounds good. Yeah. A couple of hours pass by, and you walk the deck and everything, probably feeling a little restless and a little frustrated. You haven't been able to swing at Archie today. And you notice that Thal has kind of cozied herself up, in a quieter corner, and she is sleeping with Lyria sitting nearby still. The fresh air is probably not terrible for her. And you do notice that she has what appears to be a sunflower near her.
I go and sit next to them.
Yeah, sounds good.
I just want to be like not close, but close enough that I'm kind of keeping an eye on them as well.
Fantastic. Yeah.
I'm just like, my spider senses are tingling.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. All right. And what's anyone else up to? You've got your turn back of soup, and you're sitting beside your gal.
Mawrow is going to head down into his quarters, light some candles to give him a bit of light, top up his rum glass, and sit down at his desk and rummage through some of the maps that he's collected over the years and try to look over potentially this donut island, see if he can find one, and also flip over or open a couple of books that he has. He's just kind of like doing some like burning the midnight oil. He's trying to like read about it, find any more additional history, what lore, rumors, anything he may find about it.
Fantastic, yeah. You find maps of this island. It's fairly well documented. And on one of your maps, you do notice that there appears to be some kind of like smudgy mark in the middle of this lake. It's the only one that shows there to be perhaps an island in the middle of it. The rest don't show it. However, the size of this island, that's not sort of surprising. You don't have a map of just this island. It's always that and the surrounding places. But yeah, Sargasso is best known for this city, not necessarily everything else around it.
Right.
But yeah, you do find some other details but nothing that leads you to understand necessarily why specifically Thadia Ironquill and her crew would have gone inland.
He's going to go over to his bedside and take off his cloak, open up his blind so he can see out the window, and hoping the moon's out, and look out on the ocean. Take that clasp, what was it called? Shackle. Take the shackle out and handle it in his hands and see if it'll slip over his wrist.
It does perfectly.
He has like this chill that just like runs down his spine. It's like, curious. Does he have any memory of like tying himself down to a ship? Like that guy was talking about, like maybe you'd use it to keep yourself on the boat in the middle of a storm, or...
He does. He has a memory of not necessarily tying himself to a ship, but rather this passing thought in the middle of a huge storm, a different crew in a different ship.
Oh, I see.
And wishing he could have kept his grasp on the helm. Wishing he could have found some way to do something.
He keeps it on, oddly enough, pulls his covers over as he lays back in his cot, and just like he's like rubbing his fingers over it, like the gems, the lightning bolts, and as he's just sort of like drifts off to sleep, like deep in thought about like what to do with this.
Fantastic, yeah. And Eldric, as you all prepare for this next leg of your journey with a swampy island and its mysteries ahead of you, Eldric, you feel a pull, one that you felt before. And looking in the distance, you see that same storm that was blowing away and into the distance. And for a moment, you sort of feel like a longing. And that longing fills you more and more, this feeling of wanting to be part of something more. And in this distance, you see the dark clouds, and they're rolling away, but still you know you can make it more. The edge of thunder can be heard, but it's weakening. And the longing in you grows, and the calling that's always inside of you. Would you like to give into it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you feel a relief as the magic pours from you. Like finally letting out a breath that you've held too long.
I think he would have actually taken a little handful of his mushrooms to help him
Sweet.
dive into it.
Amazing. Yeah. And you feel this relief as the magic pours through you and the mushrooms hit, and like finally letting out a breath that you've held too long. And in the moments after this, you feel like a burden has been lifted, and your head is almost dizzy with it, not just from the shrooms, but from this elation that's flowing through you, so pure and happy that you almost want to give into a laugh. And as you watch the black clouds in the distance roll harder and the lightning begin to strike again, the sounds of thunder roll over you like a calming wave. And that is where we will leave off today, and we will return next time.
Whew, man.
Wow, that was fun.
Heavy ending.
Thank you.
Dang.
Adventurers, grab your weapons. But first, kiss your kin. The wild